Yo, 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 mic check, mic check. Yo, 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 mic check, mic check. Alright, alright. Welcome back to my channel, people. It's Happy Wednesday. Hopefully you guys are enjoying your week. We're already midway until, you know, the weekend comes around. And at the same time, we are 2 days away for the Set 4 release on Dragon Ball Fusion World Client. Hopefully you guys are enjoying what you guys are just grinding, because I know it's kind of slow right now with the whole repetitive, keep playing, grinding, and everything else. Trying to test out new cards and a new set that's coming out. I told you guys last stream that you could use the Untap app, which is the one that's open right now. The Untap app to build your Set 4 decks, or with the new leaders, or you go use the old leaders, whichever one you want to use, and add the additional new cards that just dropped. That's dropping only locals for IRL. You have the new cards that's already out and about. I get my case on Friday, so I will still be doing the case opening on Friday. So if you guys want to tune in, if you guys subscribe to my channel, I posted up on my stories what the breakdown is of how much codes, how much game codes you get for the client, and hopefully you guys are you know, signing up to the subscriber, either you on YouTube or you on Twitch. Sorry, I got a lot of information to tell you guys, and I'm not just trying to ramble everything all at once. That's how I'm kind of like trying to figure out what to tell you guys about. But yeah, Set 4 comes out, case opening on Friday. Most likely will be like about 5 o'clock in the afternoon. 4:35. I'll let you guys know. I'll be posting it on the gram, on the IG stories and on Twitch stories, so you guys can actually see when I get on. The codes, I will be doing code giveaways here and there on the chat box, so you guys pay attention to that. And also for my subscribers, like I said, I put it on my stories, the breakdown on how many YouTube subscribers get and how many the Twitch subscribers get. So hopefully you guys are subscribing to my channel and getting ready to get these codes on Friday. If you guys are new to my channel, press that follow button as well. Share, tell other people that I like the game. We're gonna talk about decks. We're gonna talk about going into Set 4. What are we looking for? But before we even start that, I want to talk about yesterday's locals that I went on yesterday. It was small. It was only 7 people, because a lot of people getting ready for regionals. So, you know, people are just saving up so they could actually go save up their money to go to regionals and stuff like that. But only 7 of us. I came out in 5th. I didn't get none of my new cards. Like I said, I get my case on Friday. But I went with Bardock to see what I have to adjust to, what I have to change for the Bardock to adapt to the Set 4 that's coming out on client. But we already have it out on IRL. But I got to face the first round Jiren. Let me tell you, Jiren has gotten a little bit better with the new cards coming out, especially with that new 6-drop Son Goku. I will show you a deck profile of that deck. As you can see, I got a couple of decks up that I feel like is going to be kind of strong for next set. And you know, you could go with what I have, as in, these are my opinions, these are my deck strategies. I have my personal reasons why I built the deck the way I do. But you know, from seeing what I've saw yesterday with the matchups of the Baby, the Majin Buu, the Blue Vegeta. Blue Vegeta is still going to be a problem. Even though this set didn't get much support for Blue, Blue is still strong. Blue still got the peel off up and ready. Not sure if they're going to do another ban list. But until then, you know, Blue is still strong with the whole peel off. Android 17 is still going to be strong as well with the ramp. And any green decks that's using the Broly is going to be strong as well. So we're going to have to just continue doing what we got to do. But we're going to talk mostly about in this chat, in this stream, with the whole concept of what should you think about going into set 4, and what do you want to play? These are just going into set 4. These are my personal opinions of how I feel like these leaders is gonna do going into set 4, and like I said, it's my opinion. You guys feel like if y'all got something to say on your opinion, you can put it in the chat box. We could talk about it, and you just take it from there. But from my understanding, from what I've seen online, watching videos, watching other YouTubers, me playing, the deck builds that I've seen, there's a lot of, I feel like there's more of a balance now for set 4. Especially they didn't give anything for blue, because blue really was dominating last set, even though you had black and you had Android black as of Bardock and Android 17 for green on the top 3 decks to play. But I feel like this set coming out, everybody's beatable. Everybody can match up with each other, and with the new cards, some of the old leaders are gonna be still in the race of competing and actually being in the meta. So we're gonna go first with let's go with Green Vegeta. This is my personal opinion when it comes to the Green Vegeta. So Green Vegeta's effect is same 15k attack on standard, draw 1 card and awaken at 4. How can I, let's see, I'm trying to flip him over. Well, I ended up taking him out. Wait, how did I even take him off? Let me just type it in real quick. I'm gonna talk about that Vegeta. Alright, so this is the Vegeta right here. So let's just put it back on the leaderboard. I don't know why it's not letting me grab it. Oh, it's already there. Okay. That was kind of weird. But let's go back to it. Which is it? Right here. So this is the awakened side. Is a draw when attacking, and then once per turn, place one of your energies into your owner's drop, into its owner drop. If you have 4 or less energies, play up to 1 Saiyan only battle card with a cost of 3 or less from your hand. So when it says only Saiyan, it can't say Saiyan and Earthling, it has to just say Saiyan. So from the looks of it, his effect only activates on 4 or less. So you have to be mindful of how you're gonna build up your energy markers. So you'll have to be consistent of staying at 5 or 6. Then hopefully one of your cards could put you down to yo Jay, what up, Brody? What's this? Like the app? You talking about the app, bro? Okay, so the app that I'm talking about right now, this is where everybody tests out their. This is a deck builder, but you actually could play in this app. So there's 2 apps that you guys can actually work on when it comes to new sets, and it's not just for excuse me, it's not just for this card game. You have the tabletop simulator, but it's only for PC. You can actually use that, but it's not free. It's $20. The setup is beautiful. It's you actually on a table. They got chairs and stuff like that. I can show you that in a minute. But this one on tap, you can actually play. It's on. You could download it on your iPhone, and you could download it on Androids, and you can use it on PC. So right now, this is the all your decks that you build is gonna be right here, where I'm exchanging. Right here, you get to change to any games, any card games. So basically this is where everybody tests out the new sets of any card game. So you have, I know you play One Piece, you have Union Arena, most likely is going to be here, but set 4 is where everybody plays. As you can see right now, play, There's people waiting to get a partner to play against. You either could join the game or anything, or you could be a spectator, press watch. See, there's a couple of people playing right now, which is only 3. You can actually go to the game. Let's just go to one game, right? You go to spectate. So this is what it looks like. So you have one side of the field against the other side of the field. The only thing is that you have to type most. So you have to type with most. So you messing with Vegeta today? Right now I'm not messing with Vegeta. I'm trying to like give like a deck build on all the going into set 4. Vegeta is one of the leaders that looks interesting to play for next set. You have the Majin Buu as well. Baby is another one that's a problem. But this is what the format looks like. You have the hand size right here on top. This is his discard pile, his warp, his if I think this is his hand. This is his energy markers, his leader, his battlefield, and his deckers right here, and how much life he has left, which is next to his name. That's what it is. And this is the chat box that you have to communicate with your opponent if you're in your turn or whatever. So this is what it looks like. So let me get out of this. This is me spectating, so I can stop spectating and go back to this. So going back to the green Vegeta, we already know that with his effect only works if you have 4 or less energy markers. That you can special summon a 3-drop Saiyan from your hand. So the good part about that is it's from your hand, right? Let me just make sure. Let me see, from your hand, right? Yeah. So it's 3 costs or less from your hand. So basically you gotta build the deck mostly on 3 drops, and your energy marker, your energies has to be max of like 5 or 6, because you're gonna have cards in your deck that actually pops energy markers to use their effects. So we're gonna start off with the field card, which is the artificial field full moon, which is at the end of your turn. If you have 4 or less energy and you place a card from your energy into its owner's drop during this turn, add up to 1 card with the cost of 3 or more from your drop to your energy in rest mode. So basically, if you have 5 or at 4, you use this effect, and you can take one of your discard power cards to put it back into your energy markers. So like that. The pop effects activates some of your battle cards that you're gonna have, which the effects are kind of like insane. But this full moon, I'm playing a 4 of. This is a 53 card deck, just so you know. Like I said, it's just my opinion, but I feel like this will be my ideal way to build this deck. I'll play 4 of these field cards. The next up, I'll play the 3-drop 30k Nappa 0 combo on play. Choose one. Add up to 1 of your life to your energy in rest mode. Or if you have no Vegeta battle cards, this card can't attack for the turn. So you have to choose either one or the other. So basically this is like a self-awakener. So you try to awaken as soon as possible, so you can start using the effect of Vegeta, so you can special summon for free 3 drops from your hand if your energy is at the mark that you need to be. I'll play 4 of these. Next up, the Big Bang attack. A lot of people are not using it, but I feel like you definitely need to use it, especially when you're playing against red. With now red and blue have a 6 drop that is, the effect is ridiculous. If you have 6 or more energies, reduce the cost of this card in your hand by 1. Activate on main. Place 1 of your energies in your drop. Choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards with the cost of 5 or less. Oh, it's a cost of 5 or less. So basically, you're wiping out double strikes and over. So your 6 costs that you'll be facing, because I'm telling you right now, anybody that's playing blue or red, they're gonna be dropping blue, which is the Vegito, which is a dual strike. You're discarding 3 off your top of your deck to dual strike with that card and bounce back a body off the board. Then the red one basically is the Son Goku. You don't take 1 damage, and while swinging he nags everybody by minus 20,000 off the board. So that's damage to be dealt with that you need to know before turn 6. You have to do as much damage as you can, because once those bodies come to board, you're gonna have a problem. So you have to figure out the card. You have to figure out cards like, when it comes to green, this Vegeta, I don't feel like you should use the Brawlies, because you're not gonna get to 8. And if you do get to 8, you're basically just rejecting everything this deck has to be built upon. The archetype is not built on having 6 or more energies. But yeah, this is another card that pops energy, or energy mark, not energy marker, just energy itself, so you can use the effect. Next up will be the Invasion of the Saiyans, which is definitely a sleeper card. It's a 5 cost, but activate on main, play up to 2 Saiyans only. Battle cards with the energy cost of 3 or less from your energy. So if you have, let's just say if you want to be at 5, use this. They'll put you at 3. Then you can use the effect of your leader. If I'm not mistaken, it's an end phase, right? I think it is an end phase. Let me go back to that. Where is he? Right here? No, it's not. It's activate once per turn. I thought it's actually on end. So right here, once you do this how green has its own floodgate right now. You use this to special summon 2 from your energy, right? Then you'll be below 4 to use the special effect of your leader to special summon another one. So now you got 3 bodies plus your leader. So that's 4 swings for that turn. You cannot top that. That's you going against anybody on mid-range to go toe-to-toe. And now you're really going to have to put pressure on your opponent. Your opponent's going to have to discard cards out their hands. Maybe let the body of they have on the board, let it go. So now you start wiping the board. So this is definitely good. A lot of people who's sleeping just putting 1 off. I would rather play 2 because you can go back-to-back turns using this card. Alright, next up, you have the Raditz. 3 drop, 25k swing, 5k combo. On play, if you place the card from your energy into its owner drop during this turn, add up to 1 Saiyan only non-Raditz card with a cost of 3 or less from your drop to your hand. So now this is where the whole pop-in energies effects come to light. So you have the Raditz that actually bring back cards from your discard pile while you have a 25k swing on board. So that's definitely a plus, right? I'll play 4 of those. You have this one, which is a Sun Gohan Childhood, is already in the game. 1 drop, 5k attack, 5k combo. On play, look at the top 3 cards of your deck, then reveal 1 card with the cost of 5 or less Saiyan and its special traits and add it to your hand. Then place the rest at the bottom of your deck randomly. So definitely a card that you want to play 1 of, because you want to continue searching. You want to have the right tools in your hand to start, building board and to go aggro on your opponent. So I feel like this is besides Android 17, the Green Vegeta I definitely see as a threat as well, because now you have mid-range floodgates to swing towards your opponent. Next up, I will use 4 of these. Sun Gohan Future. It's a 5 cost, 30k attack, 10k combo, permanent. All your battle cards with the cost of 3 can't be removed from the battle area by your opponent's skills. This is definitely a great card, and it fits perfectly in this deck because most of the cards that you're going to be summoning are 3 costs. So now you have protection barrier on the board that protects all your guys by skills, and it's a 5 drop. So blue can bottom deck it with their Gohan with a Sinister Sickle. Black can bottom deck it as well. You have to pop it off the board in order to do so. Then if he stays on board, he has an end turn effect. Choose 1, play up to 1 battle card with the cost of 3 or less from your hand, or choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards with the cost of 3 or less and KO. You can go either or. If your opponent has bodies on the board, then I would special summon another 3 cards from your hand, or pop the 3 or less from your opponent's side. So like that, you know, they have to start over with their board. Right? I just want to make sure. Okay. Next up, there's a new card that's coming for set 4. I'm playing 4 of these. 2-drop, 15k attack. Little tech with him in this. Yeah. 2-drop, 15k attack, 10k combo, permanent. If you have a field card with full moon in a special in its name in your battle area, this card gets 5,000 power, so it becomes 20k for 2-drop. And is a self-awakener, so you definitely need self-awakeners in this deck. So this is definitely going to be a good card. Once it's good for the beginning of the game if you don't have the field card, because it's a self-awakener. But when you have the field card on hand, play it, then you'll be swinging at 20k, and it's permanent, so it's not only on swing. So that's definitely good, and it's a 10k combo, which you definitely need as well. Next up will be the boss battle card of this deck. 6-drop, 40k, grade 8 Vegeta with a 5k combo, double strike. On play, place 1 card from your energy until your owner's drop. If your leader has Saiyan and its special traits, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with the cost of 5 or less and KO. This is definitely a 4-off. You gotta have this as a double strike and as a 40k swinger. And you're popping an energy marker, which most likely, you know, will put you at the rate that you're supposed to be with your leader card, to special summon a 3-drop, or if you have another battle card that has in fact activates on a pop of energy, then this actually helps out. Okay, let's see what you said, Jay. So if you have him with Full Moon and Trunks, you can do leader ability to end of your turn, use Full Moon, get back to 5, and then Trunks ramp to 6 next turn, go to 7 and play 7-drop, draw 2 Broly, or play Vegeta 6-drop, double strike. That sounds like a good idea. Then drop, 7-drop, draw 2 Broly. Draw 2 Broly? You a 2-drop Broly? Which Broly are you talking about? Like the 8-drop? I get the whole concept of the full moon, the promo Broly. I gotta see what promo Broly you talking about. Hold on. Let's click here. Let's see what Broly you're talking about. Trying to see which Broly you're talking about. Broly. Trying to figure out which Broly you're talking about. The Broly that does this on play draw 2. That's the one you're talking about. Okay, I think I know what you're talking about. You could definitely do that as well. I'm not gonna lie. Hold on, I'm just trying to click everything back out. This looks kind of weird. Alright, anyways. You can also run the 2-drop Paragus that's Saiyan only and use him to get back from the trash. Yeah, you could as well do that. You're the green expert. I'm just going by, you know, what I feel like is suitable for this leader. But if you feel like those actually well, I'll go with you as well. You know, it's your opinion. You have more experience playing green than me. But I like the idea that you have. I wasn't thinking about that as far as playing the Brawly 7 drop. Because remember, his effect, the leader effect, is it has to be at 4 or less. So now you have to find a way to drop 3 energies to use the effect of the leader. Alright, next up, I played the new promo Son Goku 3 drop, 25k attack, 0 combo. It's a blocker and on play. If you place a card from your energy into its owner's drop during this turn, you get to draw a card. So blocking and draw power is definitely good for this deck, because who knows what's gonna happen with you trying to combo out and they're not trying to awaken you, because you know Vegeta has to be awakened to be really effective when it comes to trying to flood the board, and that's what people's gonna try to do, to hold off on trying to awaken you before you start, like basically special summoning a 3 drop for free, especially when your energy is at 4 or less. But I definitely like this card. It's a 25k swing, which is natural. The only ones that would actually have to only combo out like 5ks will be the Jiren, the Zamasu, and the Brawly, which Zamasu and Brawly people don't play anymore, so Jiren most likely going to end up being matched a lot with. But 25k, they will have to combo out with a 5k. Any other leader has a combo out with a 10k, so now you're burning 10ks out their hand. Or you could just have them there to just be a blocker as well. So that's, I'll play 4 off. I was trying to think maybe downsizing this probably to like 2 or 3, but I really like this card. Next up, this, I like this card because it manipulates energy as well, so you can actually use the effect of the leader. It's a 3 drop Piccolo, meaning from Daima, 20k attack, 10k swing, combo. On play, place 1 energy, place 1 card from your energy into your owner's drop. Choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards with the cost of 3 or less and KO it. So this is definitely good because by turn 3, you're gonna be seeing 3 or less on the battlefield on your opponent's side. So popping 1 of your energy markers to summon this is definitely good to go. And let's just say if you have another battle card on the field that has effect pops off when you doing an effect that discard or energy to the discard pile, so you definitely could use this as well, and it's a 10k combo, so this is definitely good. Next up, play 4 of the Bulma. On play cantrip, draw 1. You can use whichever one. I just threw this one in there. Most likely people's gonna be using the Son Goku draw power, but I'll definitely I just put this there. There's nothing of it. And what's next? I'll stop here. Next up is a 3 drop 25k attack, 0 combo. When attacking, if attacking a battle card with the cost of 4 or more, this card gets 25k, so it puts him at 50k on swing if you're going against a 4 or more power for the battle. Then place 1 card from your energy into your owner's drop, so it's manipulating the energy as well, so you could probably use the effect of another battle card or your leader effect. And then at the end of the turn, if energy is placed into its owner's drop by this card's effect during this turn, draw 1 card and add this card to your energy in rest mode. So you'll swing with him, use the effect. Once you use the effect, you draw a card and put this into your rest mode. So that's definitely good. It's a win-win because you get to swing for 50 against your opponent. So 50 to combo out for somebody to keep on board, they're gonna have to burn out 2 to 3 cards out their hand just to protect whatever we're trying to knock off. That's 1. 2, you're using the effect to discard 1 energy. That's gonna activate the effect of your leader if he's awakened, or another battle card that you have on the field. But then at the end of the turn, he has an effect that you get to draw and place this card and in your energy. So I'm playing 1 off because I don't want to build up my deck on 0 combos as well, but I'll probably push this for 2. But I really like this card a lot. This card is definitely will hands-on be good because then you don't have to like next turn use card from your hand to put on energies if you already have enough energies, because this is already there. So now you got an extra card that you can keep in your hand to summon another body or use for combo power. Next up is the Bulma, which is a super combo, standard, 10k on swing, 20k on defense. It's nothing similar. Last but not least, the new Vegeta card is a 3-drop, 20k swing, 10k combo on play. Discard one card from your hand. Look at the 10 cards from the top of your deck and play up to one artificial full moon into the battle area. Place the rest at the bottom of your owner's deck in a random order. So this is definitely good because now you're free summoning your field card. Discard one card from your hand. That's the only thing that I'm concerned about, is this discarding a card from your hand. But it all depends on your leader effect as well, because your leader effect brings... Is it your leader effect? No, I think it's Raditz. The 3-drop Raditz. Let's go back to it. I think it's the 3-drop Raditz. Yeah, so the 3-drop Raditz brings a 3 cost or less back from your drop to your hand. So you're basically going to recycle if you do the effect of the Vegeta that I just showed you. But it has a standard amount of 10k combos, which is good. You're gonna need them. Big bodies, which you also need. You have your double strike, you have your cantrip, you have everything is syncing into each other. Jay has a good idea. If you go up to 7 is definitely good, because then you could whiteboard if you use the 7-drop, if you could get the 7-drop. If you could get the 7-drop on IRL or on the client, then yeah, by all means, try to play one or 2 ofs. But just be mindful, 0 combos does make a big impact on this set coming up because of the swing power that some of these battle cards have. You want to have enough combo power in your deck that you don't want to have too many zeros. So yeah, so this will be my deck profile for green Vegeta. 53 cards in the deck. It says 54 on tie because it's counting the leader, but I definitely like this for going into set 4 when it comes to the Vegeta. If you have your own opinion, your own deck profile, you can definitely put on the chat for everybody that's actually watching. You have options. You have the option that I showed you, or the options that people was actually putting. Like Jay's definitely a great green leader. He's been playing green since the beginning of the game that came out, going from Brawly, going ground on Brawly. Andre 17, if I'm not mistaken, you played as well. Topcool, when Topcool was actually locked down the best deck and the only deck that was actually competing when the set 2 was out. But when it comes to green, Jay is definitely one of the guys that I'll actually take ideas of when it comes to like building. But like I said, this is all good on paper. Right now, this is all I gotta say. It's all good on paper. You have to test run it. You have the Untap app you can test run against other opponents, and you can play amongst yourselves, like try to put 2 decks to play amongst each other. You just have to press the end turn, so like that swaps the field for you to play like for your against yourself. And yeah, it's a good app to test out. But like I said, you only have today and tomorrow to test out, because Friday already, if you have your codes, or if you're gonna buy gems to get the codes to buy packs, Friday, if I'm not mistaken, it's in the afternoon that set 3 comes out. I mean set 4 comes out. So yeah, if you want to try to untap on your phone, you could download Untap. You gotta Google it. You're not gonna find it in the App Store. You gotta go to the Google, type in untap.in, and then click the download. It's gonna download for you, or reroute you to the App Store, because you need to go to the website in order to download this app. Which this app is definitely good to play. The only thing, you have to type a lot when it comes down to like building decks. As you can see, what I had to do You can't just take a deck and just throw it in here. You have to type in every card that you want, type in the name, and then pops up. Go through it. Look, as you can see, I typed in Vegeta FP and look at everything that comes out. Unless you have the full card code, like the Vegeta Fusion World box, and these codes on the side, then it'll definitely pop up here and there easier. So yeah, this will be my deck profile for green, which green is going to be interesting for next set. Next up, for a new leader, you have, let's go to Majin Buu. Majin Buu is the new, Majin Buu Evil is the new leader that we have. Okay, so this is the leader. So it's 15k attack, standard, draw 1 while swinging, and then awaken at 4. His awaken side is really interesting because when attacking, once per turn, he draws a card. You never see now on any of the leaders. The reason why it says once per turn because it's auto effect. Once per turn, when your battle cards with Majin or Evil Wizard in his special traits is KO'd, switch this card or up to one of your energies to active to active mode. So basically it's giving you the Piccolo leader vibes, but at the same time it's only telling you that you can only draw once in one of your swings if you decide to restand as Majin Buu. But at the end of the day, this Majin Buu is really strong with the effect because you could really swing twice for the turn with your battle cards, or to protect your guys for next turn, or to even summon an extra body. You can actually restand one energy to active mode, use the energy marker, or not energy marker, just energy in general, to probably summon another battle card, or leave the energy marker up for defensive card that you have for your opponent's side, and then see where it goes from there. What? Yo, Jerry! Psycho, what up, my G? Are they gonna make it easier to place codes on the client? Well, I hope so. I didn't hear much about it. I was looking at the notes. It does not say, or maybe I missed it, but I didn't see anything about inputting codes easier for next set. But if they are, hopefully it is. But I got some of the codes already, and it looks like it's still the same standard. What is it? 4, 8, 12, 16 digits to input. So we just gotta see. Yeah, we just gotta see. Honestly, we'll have to wait and see until Friday and see if they actually changed it. But I haven't heard anything about it. I haven't seen any notifications about it that they actually changing the way that we have to input the codes in. But we're just gonna have to wait and see. 2 more days. That's all I gotta say is 2 more days. Next up, starting off with the leader, we already did it. So my first will be the Super Combo Bibbidi standard. I just left it at him so I can actually blend in with the deck itself. Evil Wizard. 4 of this card, Bibbidi. 1 drop, 5k attack, 5k combo on play. Look at 5 cards for the top of your deck, then reveal up to 1 card with the cost of 4 or less and Majin in its special traits and add it to your hand. Place the rest at the bottom of their owner's deck in a random order. So definitely a searcher card that you're really gonna need. And the reason why you need these searchers, because some cards that you're gonna have in this deck actually gonna need these little small bodies on the board to sacrifice. We're gonna say sacrifice because that's what they are. Sacrifice in order to use the effect of other battle cards on the field. We're going back to 3 of these. Energy Absorptions is definitely a good card from set 3. It's gonna be back for set 4. It's a 1 cost, activate a main, choose one of your opponent's battle cards, switch it to rest mode, and it can switch to active mode during your opponent's next turn. Then if that card has a cost of 4 or more, you get to draw a card. So definitely gonna be a 3 of. I'll probably put it at 4. I just gotta see what else I'll take out. But paralyzing a board is definitely a good thing that came out for yellow. Um, and then at the same time you're drawing. So paralyzing one of their big bodies for next turn and to draw is definitely a plus. Next up is a new card for set 4. Is a Babidi 3 cost, 5k attack, 5k combo. Sounds crazy to be a 3 cost with the attack, but his effect is insane. Which is on play, if your leader has Majin and his special traits, play up to 1 battle card with the cost of 3 or less, and Majin and his special traits from your hand. When KO'd, if your opponent has 6 or more cards in their hand, your opponent discard 1 card from their hand. So now with this card, you're basically gonna summon another 3 cost. The 3 cost most likely is gonna be one of the Majin Boos that I'm gonna show you, right? Which is gonna pop him. There's a 2-point combo effect with this card. That I'll show you, which is a Majin Buu pops, and when that Majin Buu pops off the field, you discard a card from your hand. Now you're popping this off the field. Now your opponent has to discard 2 off your hand. Then at the same time, you have to remember the effect of your leader. When there's a card being popped off the field, you get to restand that leader, or you get to restand an energy. That's a full-blown combo that literally will be effective against any of your opponents, because you're not even swinging. You're just building up on discarding your opponent's hand size to whatever his hand size is, because at the beginning of the game you already know everybody's building hand size, but you already discarded 2 from their hand, and they're about to get 2 swings, 2 to 3 swings already off for this turn that they have to just block off or just take the hit. So this card is definitely good to have 4 of. Next up, from set 3, 2-drop, 15k attack, 10k combo, Pui Pui blocker. The reason why I'm playing this card is 1 is a blocker, 2 is a 10k combo. Yes, it's a 2-drop, it's gonna get bottom deck, yada yada yada. But the reason why I'm playing this card is because the effect that it has. Choose up to one field card with the cost of 2 or less in your opponent's battle area and place it into your owner's drop. Reason why I'm playing this because right now set 4, most of the leaders is coming out with their own field cards that you need to get rid of. You have to get rid of them. I'm playing 3 of these because the 10k combo, it's a blocker, but then at the same time, like I just read the Vegeta field card effect, and that's a 2 cost. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's a 2 cost field card. That's a card you want to get off the field. Black has the Truffle. That's a field card you want to get off the field. Bardock, if people's gonna play Bardock with his own field card, that's another field card you want to get off the field. I think Frieza and Captain Ginyu, even though nobody's gonna play Captain Ginyu, but if people want to play Frieza, they have a new field card for Frieza army that you get to special summon a 2-drop or less. Like cards like that, those field cards, you have to literally wipe them off the board as soon as possible, because you don't want them to keep them on the field, because they're giving them the option to special summon an extra body on the board, and that's what you want to avoid. All these extra bodies. So definitely playing 3 of. You'll probably substitute it with something else if you want to, you can. But I feel like, me personally, that I am going to be playing yellow. I will be having this card in my deck because cards, those field cards that they have out now, plus the field cards that's coming out, you need to have these cards to wipe out all these field cards. Next up, Cantrip, Wicked Soul, Yamu, 1-drop, 5k attack, 5k combo, draw 1 card. Definitely, you could probably put this, or you could use the new one that's coming out, Hercule. I was trying to put something that actually affects the archetype, but none of them has evil souls. This is a Wicked Soul, but it has to be Majin or Wizards. So definitely gotta see what you're gonna do. Yo, Selzada. Hopefully I'm saying it right, Selzada. Appreciate the raid. Thank you so much. So that will be my next card. Cantrip. My next card would be The set 3 drop Majin Buu, 25k attack, 0 combo. We already know why we're playing this. It's in a Majin Buu deck. It's a barrier, can be affected by anything. 1 KO, discard 1 card from your hand, play this card from your drop. And rest mode, definitely a good card to deal with. Yo, just saying, what's up, Brody? Appreciate the follow. Yellow main. I'm still decisive if I'm gonna play black or yellow, but I'm really liking yellow with the archetype that they have. But like I said, on paper it looks great. Everything looks great on paper. That's just a general comment. I'm not even gonna lie to you. You have to test run as much as you can. You know, regionals is around the corner. It's a few days away. Everybody's gonna be watching regionals. Everybody's gonna see who's topping regionals. That's where everybody's gonna be following. I'm not gonna be following regionals. I'm just gonna be test running on my locals, the client, on top, wherever I can, to get as much work as I can to see what deck is good at, what deck is good or not. But playing against this deck yesterday made me realize this deck really brings yellow back to light, and it's gonna be one of the top decks, in my personal opinion. That's gonna be a problem to deal with. Black is where it's at. Yellow Evil Buu will be my second favorite. I'm definitely a black main. Yeah, very aggro. Yeah, definitely. Me, I was playing Bardock. When I first started this, I was playing yellow. I was playing Cooler. Then I went to Yellow Vegeta. Then when Set 3 came out, Bardock is one of my favorite characters. I went with Bardock. Right now, going into Set 4 until I get my case on Friday, I'm testing out Bardocks. But the top 3 decks, top 4, because it's really rough. Top 4, I give number 1 Bardock. I still feel like that 25k swing is going to be a problem. Then will be Baby. Baby is definitely good aggro. Ridiculous 2-punch combos that it has, from swinging and then using rest mode cards to combo with that as well. I'll give Majin Buu Evil my 3rd slot, because I definitely like the archetype, and it's a hand manipulator. Definitely like that as well. And number 4 will be the Green Vegeta. Green Vegeta, definitely I see it being a problem to like being a floodgate 3 drops, which is not going to be easy to like wipe when it comes to like, unless you're playing blue, but they have to summon the 4 drop to bottom deck and stuff like that. Unless you have your 5 drop Gohan on the field, then he's a barrier to all your leaders. So, I mean to all your battle cards on the field. So yeah, those are my 4 decks. Right now, I don't have a favorite, but those are the way I categorize all of them, like which will be my top 4, but those are the top 4 that I like. Other leaders are out there that's definitely going to be good, but I feel like for me, sticking to 2. Right now, I play IRL. Playing all these colors is going to be expensive. Yeah, everybody knows that. So, rather stick to 2 colors, 1 pushing, but 2 colors will be black and yellow. And green will be here and there, because I just opened 2 boxes and I got a lot of greens. So, you know, got a couple of greens that I can play with. So, we're back to the Majin Buu. I'll play 3 of these. Next up will be the Protection, which is a 3-cost, 20k swing, 5k combo Vegeta. Permanent, you already know what it does. If you don't know, it says that it's on permanent opponent's turn. All of your rest mode battle cards can't be KO'd by your opponent's skills while this card is on the field. And then on play, add up to 1 card from your life to your hand. They play up to 1 battle card with the cost of 1 or less from your hand. So yeah, this is the Self-Awakener, and at the same time, it's a protection. You're definitely gonna need protection. Every color, you have to put protection on your deck. You have to, because there's too many cards that wipe stuff off the board too easily, that it'll destroy your momentum if you let them wipe the board, and especially if they have their own board. So you definitely gotta have protection on your deck in any color that you're playing. Next up, I play in 3 of these Majin Buu Kids. 3 cost, 30k swing, 5k combo, permanent. This card can't be switched to active mode during your charge phase. It gives you the 4-drop freezer that we have from set 1. But the effect to this is very interesting. Activate on main, once returned, KO one of your battle cards. And if your leader is Majin in his special traits, switch this card to active mode. So you could do, by using this effect, you could pop one of your cantrips, pop one of the searchers. But let's just say if you want to summon this card right here, back to this card. Like I said, this card, on effect, on play, you can special summon a 3-drop. That Majin Buu is a 3-drop. You can swing with the Majin Buu. Then pop this card, right? Discard one card from the opponent's hand if he has 6 or more, right? Then you restand the Kid Buu. But then at the same time, your leader, if your leader is awakened, your leader gets a restand or restand one of your energies. So now you're about to have 2 more swings while you discarded one of your opponent's cards from his hand. So I'm telling you, Majin Buu, this archetype is ridiculous, especially now to discard, right? You're discarding cards from your hand. You get to paralyze cards off the board, and probably most likely there's going to be cards in your deck that's going to destroy cards off the field as well. Yellow right now is building up a little bit because yellow has been kind of laid back for set 2 and 3. Set 4, you see yellow getting life again. So I'm definitely liking that a lot. And Majin Buu is going to be the one to lead the charge when it comes to yellow. So I'm playing definitely 3 of these. Next up, Majin Buu, which is your boss. 5-drop, 35k, attack, 0 combo, double strike. On play, play 1 battle card with the cost of 4 or less and Majin or Evil Wizard and his special traits from your hand. Yo, just imagine the damage you could do with this. You could summon this 5-drop, summon the Babidi 3-drop. The 3-drop is gonna make you summon another 3-drop. So let's just say you summon you summon this to summon this guy, to summon this guy. You're popping off, discarding cards from his hand, and you're about to have 3 to 4 heavy swings going towards your opponent. So he has nowhere to, like, maybe, let's just say, swing, right? He takes the hit or combo out. With either or, you're definitely going to whiteboard. That's guaranteed fact. That punch right, that combo effect of this double strike going down to a small body. The small body, his effect is do something that's a special summon. Like, it's ridiculous. And I'm playing 4 of these of the double strike. Next up will be 2-drop Majin Buu Evil, 20k attack, 5k combo. On play is a self-awakener, definitely self-awakeners. When killed, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and switch it to rest mode. So now you're gonna manipulate the board. It's not telling you, one thing that I like about it is not telling you like a certain level cost that you have to rest. It could be anything on the board you can rest. And then it could be something that your opponent don't want to have in rest mode, wants it to have it for next turn. Maybe they have a game plan for next turn, and not anymore. Because once this card gets KO'd, and it doesn't even have to be by your opponent. You know, it doesn't have to be by your opponent. It could be by one of your guys' effects on the field, which goes back to the 3 cost. Him to swing again for 30. You restand him. Like, it's just crazy how this deck is, like, fluidly just building upon itself. And these are all new cards. These are not like using set 2, set 3, anything. It's just all these cards coming out in this set that's coming out right now, which is ridiculous. And right now they're all 5k combos. At least everything's giving you 5k except the double strike. Next up, 3 cost Majin Buu Evil, 20k attack, 10k combo. You need those 10ks. 1 KO, you draw a card. Can't complain about drawing a card. Then activate on main once per turn. K up to one of your battle cards. So if you don't have something, if you have something on your on the board, let's say you have the 3-drop Babidi and you have this in your hand, you could go with this as well. KO it, manipulate something off your opponent's hand. If your leader's awakened, restand your leader if you already swung with him. So definitely a good card to have. But I used it more into the 10k combo, because you're gonna need 10k combos in your deck, and it's definitely a good card to draw. You need draw size. You need to draw, no matter what. No matter how you see it, you need the draw power. I'm playing 3 of these. Next up, I'm playing 3 of these. I might push to 4. I might be putting 2 down to 2 of the other card and putting this to 4 because this card is ridiculous. It's a 3 cost, 25k attack, 5k combo. Activate on B once per turn. KO one of your battle cards. Draw 1 card. Then if your opponent has 6 or more cards in their hand, your opponent discards cards in their hand. So just imagine going from your double strike, right? Your double strike to special summon the 3-drop Babidi. 3-drop Babidi summons this. Use this effect to pop the Babidi. Now your opponent discards 2 cards from their hand. You get to draw a card. You get to swing with your double strike. You get to swing with this, and at the same time, your leader, if it's awakened, you get to restand your leader or restand an energy, and maybe most likely it's gonna be your leader to swing again. So you have your 35 going at you, you have your 25 going at you, and you have your 20k swing going at you twice. Come on, that's insane. That is insane. And you're drawing. Do you draw off the double strike? You see, wait here. No, you don't draw off your double strike, but you get to draw 2 cards. You get to draw from this guy, and you get to draw from your leader if he swings. Can't go wrong with that. So yeah, most likely it's gonna be 4 and 2, 2 of these and 4. I just left the 3 and 3 because I need the 10k combo. Next up, my favorite card in the deck for yellow. Can't, hands down, I can't. This card you gotta have 4 of. It's a 3 cost. Activate your main, choose all of your opponent's battle cards with the cost of 3 or less. Switch it to rest mode, then choose up to 2 of your opponent's rest mode battle cards of cost 4 or less, and KO it. You get to wipe board from the beginning of the game. The only bad part about this is, if you don't, it probably will be a trigger if people knows how to play against yellow, that maybe they're trying to bait you to use this card early, because then you won't have a chance to summon a body after you use this. So that's what's gonna happen. They'll probably bait you with 2 bodies on the board, swing. Cause I did it yesterday. I'm not gonna lie. I baited him. I didn't summon my 4-drop. I baited my opponent with 2 bodies on the board. He used this. Now he don't have nothing to summon. Now I summon my 4-drop. My leader swings. 4-drop. Then summon a small body, or whatever the case may be. I think I summoned like a draw, and then I get to draw at the end of the turn. But then at the same time, you have to take the 30k swing or not take the 30k swing. So yeah. Rising Sun imports for Mac rarity decks in this TCG. Does it actually create a good advantage, or is it more of a flex, or both? For max rarity decks in this TCG, does it actually create a good advantage? It doesn't really. Me personally, I don't care about the max rarity. I just play whatever cards do I have. I'll most likely end up selling the cards just to make profit back, honestly. But if I got there's a lot of people that likes to do max rarities because they want to have the coolest deck to look at, like people to talk about and everything else. If you're one of those that want to be all fancy with your deck, then by all means necessary you can. The cards are not really expensive. Most of the alternate arts are averaging like $30, $30 to $40 right now. But the secret rares, not the secret, the 6-drop Gokus and the Vegetos, like the big bodies, those will be like $70 to $80, and then the rarest card in the box will be $400 maxed out, because I looked at it, they all maxed out at $4 for each set. They're all $400. But average wise, alternate arts, full arts are averaging like from $20 to $40. You could play 4 offs, 3 offs, depending on how you want to play it. But me personally, I don't care about the rarities unless the cards looks better rarity wise. Then yeah. So like perfect example, I play Bardock. Bardock 3-drop. Standard. Looks cool and all, but the alternate version of it, I like it way much better. So I had to get it. And it was cheap. If I'm not mistaken, it's probably like $10 right now. So some of the alternate arts are not that expensive. But if you want to go all fancy, then by all means necessary, you could go fancy. But every card has its original standard wise cards, and then most of them has their alternate arts, promo arts, full arts, whichever art, but they're gonna be a little bit more expensive. The one thing about this Dragon Ball Fusion World is not really expensive. That's what I like about Fusion World. Like the big boss cards, yes, which is $400 to $500, but will you let DBS Pan taste that cum? I'm not understanding the question that you're asking. Last but not least, going back to the deck, would be the 2-drop Majin Buu Pure Evil 30k swing, 10k combo, 1 attacking at the end of the battle, KO this card. I definitely have this on hand at 3 off. I'll probably put it down to 2. 1 is because it's a 10k. 2 is a 2-drop. Yeah, more affordable for sure compared to Masters. That's hands down is definitely more affordable than Masters. Masters is too freaking expensive for no reason. Yes, you could build the deck, but if you really want to have a competitive deck, you gotta drop bread, which is whack. Here, you don't have to drop bread to have a definitely deck. Now, once you go fancy, yes, you have to drop bread, but not going fancy, you can still have the same competitive side deck without having those fancy cards. Oh, you let Beast go on. Beast go on Pan. Yeah, DJ Slim, I'm not understanding the question. You say Beast Gohan Pan. What about that? Because we don't have Beast Gohan and Fusion World just yet. I don't think they're gonna drop that anytime soon. So back to the Majin Buu Evil Pure Evil, 30k swing, 2-drop. Definitely like this card is a 10k combo. I'll probably let it sit depending on your opponent. I'll probably let this sit there. Only reason why I have it in my deck because there will be 3 draws, 4 draws. That's 25k swings that get summoned early. Hold on, I'm reading what he's. Pause on what you just wrote. DJ Slim, and then Rising Sun Import. I come more from the collector side, so it's good to learn from the player's perspective. Well, for collector side, you're definitely not gonna spend much on the alternate arts. You get the alternate art cards, you get them graded, you'll make more than what you spend on it itself. So you can definitely do that and then hold down to the cards. The only thing is that some of these cards, they start dropping value. If you got them graded, hands down, they won't drop in value when they're graded. But like, if you're trying to like collect them just to collect them or trying to sell them in the future, they do start dropping in prices once more and more goes into the sets itself. So yeah, there's a lot of cards that came out, not for this set that's coming out now, but like for like set 1, it was like $50-$60, and now they're like 20 to 15. It all depends, because maybe that card is not really much of a big factor with the sets that's coming out now. That's the reason why they're kind of like dropping in prices. So this is my Majin Buu deck, 52 card deck. There's maybe other options that you can actually add to this deck. Me personally, I'm trying to figure out if I can actually put the 4-drop Son Goku into this deck. It's definitely a good card. On play, you paralyze one of the bodies on the board. On swing, you paralyze another body on the board. It's a 25k swing. It's a 10k combo. Definitely a good card to have on the deck. I'm just trying to see where I can fit it at. But I'm going to test this out first to see if I really need it. This is the reason why I'm actually playing this card. It's a 1-drop. I get to draw a card and I get to lock one of their bodies on the board. Most likely I'll probably play, just because I'm using this, I'll probably bring up the Boma. There's a Boma card that's a 1-drop. Change it to rest mode, and while it's on rest mode, you can actually have it bring back one of your 1-drops back to your hand. So I'll be recycling this back to my hand, so I get to lock stuff on the board and I can just keep building up a hand size. So yeah. Alright, I'm just gonna ignore what you're saying, because honestly, at this point, everybody's just watching the stream and trying to understand the game, because there's a lot of new people and you're just here saying nonsense. I'm just gonna ignore what you're saying. But anyways, Rising Sun imports, need those BGS gold 10s for sure. Yeah, definitely. If you're a collector, this is definitely the game. This is definitely the game that you really want to invest in. Because the cards, those big body cards, are definitely. If you look at eBay right now, there's a lot of people selling those cards. For like $4,000, $5,000 graded. So yeah, you can definitely do that. So this is my Majin Buu deck. Next up will be big. Yeah, that's what he's just doing. That's why I'm just ignoring it. So here goes my next deck. One of my favorite decks for set 4, which would be the baby. Let's type in the baby so you guys can see his effect. Let me type in the, so it'll be easier. So this is his leader side, his standard side, front. When attacking, draw a card and awaken at 4, standard. Then on awaken, his effect is ridiculous. 20k swing, permanent. You can also use rest mode battle cards with Brainwash or Machine Mule and his special traits in combos. And when swinging, draw a card. We have not seen one leader that does this. One leader that does this, have not seen it. Maybe in Masters. I haven't played Masters in a very long time. There's so many leaders. But bringing this to Fusion World, and the way this deck is going to be built is going to be incredible because of the 2-point punches that comes with this effect is going to be insane going into set 4. This might be the most aggro deck that you're going to be seeing, and most used deck that you're going to be seeing on IRL and on client, on tap. And if you play in tabletop simulator, you're definitely going to see this deck as well. So let's start off. I'm playing 2 of these. A lot of people don't like this card, but I'm gonna tell you, I like it. I don't love it. I like it. It's a 3-cost super ult, 20k attack, 10k combo. Activate on main once per turn. If your opponent does not have an energy marker, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with the cost of 5 or less and KO it. Then your opponent places 1 energy. So you get to pop one of their boss battle cards off the field, but you give them an energy marker. So you're getting them closer and closer to what they need to get to achieve. But at the same time, if you already have a board, this comes in handy to pop that guy off the board, to pop a big body off the board, even if it's a double strike. And then from there, you just straight swing for lead. And your opponent has nowhere to go but to just combo out or just take the hits. So yeah, you're giving them an energy marker, but this comes in handy to pop easy. Instead of just waiting for your double strike. Bardock. That's what we have for double strike right now. You swing, you have to discard 2 cards, combo 2 cards from anywhere to just use this effect on the board. Why do you want to do that when you could just do this and just give them an energy marker and still have those 2 cards in your hand? You know what I'm saying? So definitely comes in handy. Definitely using 2 of these. Next up, I was not a fan of this for set 3. I'm not gonna lie to you, I was not a fan of this card. When I played Client, I was not a fan because it just came out the wrong time. But right now, going into set 3, the way all these cards are being built, all these decks, you have a lot of 3 drops being played, you have a lot of 2 drops being played, you have a lot of 1 drops being played. So this 1 drop Kamehameha pops a 2 or less off the board with a regular energy. If you use an energy marker, you can pop 2 bodies off the board of 3 or less. Definitely going to be a card to be used. I only use 2 because it's not a combo card. You don't want to have too many deck cards in your deck that will cost you the game towards the end of the game if you're trying to like combo out, or you need enough combo power to overpass one of your opponent's battle cards or your leader hand side to like combo out. Alright. Next up, I'm playing 3 of the 4 drop 30k Son Goku GT 0 combos. 1 attacking once per turn if you have an energy marker. If you don't have an energy marker, you place 1 energy marker when you swing with this. And then at the end of your turn, if your energy marker is removed from the game during this turn, draw 1 card. So this is a card that every black deck needs to be using because it gives you a hand size. It gives you a hand size and it gives you an energy marker. Especially there's a lot of cards that needs the energy marker to be on play, or they need to use the energy marker to use the effect. Next up, you have 4 of 1 drop 5k attack 10k combo baby possessed boy form. Auto, when this card is using a combo from the battle area, if your leader has Machine Mutant and his special traits, play up to 1 battle card with the cost of 2, and Brainwash in his special traits, or up to 1 baby Vegeta with the cost of 2 from your hand, then you can't play battle cards for the turn. So this card is definitely good, but to play it as your last resort. So like you gotta do all your little combos, special summonings on the board first before using this effect, because this is gonna stop you from summoning anything after this is being comboed out. So make sure you summon your bodies that you need to summon, swing with them, or do what you gotta do, then summon this, play it in the combo, and then bada bing bada boom, you get to special summon another 2 drop to swing with, or maybe to combo as well, because you can just continue comboing off the board, so it doesn't really matter. So definitely a good card. You just gotta be mindful of how you use it. This is one of those cards that you have to think about how you're gonna play the turn if you're gonna use this card. Next up, a lot of people don't like this card. I don't know why, but I love it. It's a 4 cost, 25k swing, 10k combo, Glorio from Daima. If your opponent, you or your opponent, has an energy marker, reduce the cost of this card in your hand by 2. So you get to summon this card at 2 cost, 25k swing. Why are we complaining about it? You have 6 energies and one of y'all have an energy marker. You're summoning 3 of these guys 25k swings. Look at the leaders that we have now. Some of these leaders, there's only 3 leaders that's 25 on defense, which is Jiren, Zamasu, and Broly. Nobody's playing Broly anymore. It's too slow for the meta. Zamasu, nobody's playing because there's not that much support for that deck. There's way better leaders than that you could use in order to Zamasu. And then Jiren. You're going to be seeing Jiren a lot. This is an easy swing. Easy 25 to 25 and just call it a day. You don't have to use one of your 20k swingers on the board and combo with a 5, and then they're gonna combo with a 5 and the end of story. With this 25k swing, they want to burn out a card out their hand, they can, but you're not gonna use a card of that hand. Then at the same time, on play, if your opponent has an energy marker, draw a card. This goes back to Super Oob. So going with Super Oob with this card, you got 5 energies. Summon Super Oob, pop a body off the board, give him an energy marker. Swing with 20. Swing with leader. You have 2 energies left. Now you can summon him. Because one of you guys have an energy marker, which is your opponent. Or maybe you have it. Don't matter. But since you gave your opponent an energy marker, you get to draw a card off of this Glorio. So now you're swinging 25. You swing with the 20 Super, and you swing with your leader as a 20. Thank you for stopping by, Rising Sun. I really appreciate it. Have a good day, stream, my guy. Next up will be 4 of the Bulla GT. 2-drop, 10k attack, 10k combo. On play. Is a Self-Awakener. Add up to 1 card from your life to your hand. And then an auto when this card is using a combo from the battle area. If your leader has Machine Mutant and his special traits and you don't have an energy marker, you place 1 energy marker. They were smart enough to add that sentence in the middle, because you know how deadly this card would be if it was in a Bardock or SS4 Goku deck. They're smart enough to say if your leader is a Machine Mutant, because honestly, putting this into any of these black decks, right, without that being Machine Mutant, you're giving somebody an energy marker that gives them an energy, extra energy to summon something, to draw something, to get closer to your to achieve what you want to do for the turn. So they were smart enough to actually do that. And it's a Self-Awakener. It's definitely a 4 of, because you need Self-Awakeners in your deck. Next up, standard Super Combo Vegeta. 10k on offense, 20k on defense. Nothing rare about it. Cantrip, 4 of, 1 drop, Son Goku Childhood BR, 5k attack, 5k combo. It's a cantrip, just draw 1 card on play. Definitely need cantrips in your deck. My favorite boss right now, it's a Bardock. I'm only playing 2 of, because I'm trying to stay away of the 0 combos, but it's definitely a good card to have. It's a double strike, and if you have 2 or more cards in your combo area, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards and KO it. So just imagine you using this, right, to swing, and then you combo 2 cards off the field that has an effect that once you combo with the card, you activate the effect. Come on, you draw a card if you want, you can special summon another body if you want, you can bounce back if you want, which we haven't spoken about. But or even thinking about it, it's not in my deck, but there's another card which is a Son Gohan GT. Once you combo with it, you get to draw a card, right? Then it gives you the effect that any extra card that's 2 or less, or 2, you get to play for free. Even better, you draw a card, you get to special summon the Galagun, the Super Galagun, which gives you 25k. And the effect is, I think you draw a card, and then you get to rest. No, you get to bounce back a 3 or less from the battlefield back to their hand. So it's like, that's a pure combo. It's not a combo that I want to have, but I would like to have, but I don't need to have right now because of the deck, the quantity, the cards that I'm using into the deck. That card is not going to be so frequent to be using, right? So double strike boss leader, definitely gotta have double strikes. Next up, best card right now going into set 4, it's a Trunks GT, 2-drop, 20k swing, 5k combo. Permanent on your opponent's turn. If you have an energy marker, your non-Trunks GT battle cards can't be removed by battle by your opponent's skills, which is an amazing barrier for everybody except this card. But you get to protect your guys at least for 1 swing or 1 effect. Then on play, add up to 1 card from your life to your hand. Right? Next up is Super Baby, 3 cards, 20k swing, 0 combo. On play, play up to 1 battle card with the cost of 2 or less, and Brainwash or Machine Mutant and its special traits from your hand. Auto, once per turn, when a card is used in a combo from your battle area, while this card is in battle, draw a card. So it's definitely a good card. I got 4 of. Probably go down to 3 because it's specifying too much of the Brainwash or Machine Mutants. What if I want to summon the Trunks? Can't, because of the effect. You could combo anything with it and just got to draw a card, but I just feel like adding all these 0 combos is kind of rough. It's good because you probably have 2 drops that could be 20 swings and you could just start swinging and put more pressure on your opponent. Because summoning one body, right? Summoning a 3 cost off of summoning 2 bodies within 3 costs when it's a total of 5, you can't compete with that. You're definitely gonna be in a good space. Next up, another boss guy. Definitely gotta have on deck. I only have 3 though, which is a 4 cost, 30k swing, 0 combo. On play, play up to 1 battle card with the cost of 2 or less from your hand. So this is the same thing as the Super Baby one, but the difference is that it doesn't specify what 2 costs it has to be. So this card will be way better to use. I'll probably put this at 4 and then put the Super Baby at 3, right? Then when attacking, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards with the choose up to 1 battle card with a cost of 3 or less and place it into your owner's combo area. Definitely good because you can manipulate taking 1 of your opponent's 3 costs or less. So like that, even though it might be, and it's a 30k swing, so it might not even be relevant to maybe combo out your 30k swing, but if it is, at least you got that body off the board though. So yeah. Next up, one of the best, or maybe the best Brainwash card this deck could have, which is a 2 drops Trunks GT, 20k swing, 5k combo. When this card is using a combo from the battle area, add up to 2 non-Trunks GT battle cards with a cost of 4 or less and Brainwash or Machine Mutant in its special traits from your drop to your hand. So now you get to recycle 2 cards from your discard pile to your hand if you use this as an effect. You can swing for 20, which is standard towards a leader. Then at the same time, you could combo it because if your leaders awaken, you could use rest mode battle cards to combo it. Even though it's a 5k combo, but it puts your leader to 25, which your opponent has to combo with a 10k combo. If it's a 20k, if it's Jiren Awaken, it's a 25-25. You don't have to combo anything. You don't have to discard anything from your hand. So definitely something to run 4 of. I feel like this is the best Brainwash card Black could have. Next up will be the second best card, which is a 4 of 2 drop, 15k attack, 10k combo, auto. On your turn, when this card is using a combo from the battle area, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards with the cost of 4 or less and return it to your owner's hands. Right now, going into set 3, decks are averaging being built 3 to 4 costs. 3 to 4 costs. So just imagine having this, swinging early, bounce back of 4 or less. Or just imagine if you have Pan in this deck. You summon Pan. Swing, use the energy marker, bounce back, and you get to draw. Then you use this, swing, combo with it, bounce back and 4 less. So you get to bounce back 2 cards out the back. Come on, you can't go wrong with that. Definitely a good card to have. I'm playing 4 of. A lot of people are playing 2 or 3 because it's a 15k swinger, but I just like it because it's a 10k combo 1 and 2. You could just special summon it out your hand because you have 2 bosses that special summons 2 or less from your hand. Brainwash or non-brainwash. So why not have this at 4 of? Last but not least, General Rildo 2 drop, 20k swing, 5k combo. It's a self-awakener, that's why I have it. So right now you have 3 self-awakeners in this baby deck, which will be Bulla, Trunks, and now this. Auto, when this card is using a combo from the battle area, play up to 1 Hyper Rildo, Meta Rildo with a cost of 3 or less. You could play the Machine Mutant package as well. The thing with Baby is definitely good. Baby has 3 ways you could build the deck. Baby, you could have a Machine Mutant deck and still be strong. You won't be able to, no, yes you can. Yeah, still be the same. You can still floodgate with the 2 drops and everything else because of the Super Baby 1, right? Because it's Brainwash and Machimion. Yeah, Brainwash and Machimion. So yeah, you could definitely do it. You could build a baby with the Machimion pure. You could build a baby with Brainwash pure, or you can split half and half. Right now, I have it more towards Brainwash and just have this as Machimion, because one is a Self-Awakener, has a 20k swing, and you can use it as a combo once it's already been used to swing. So definitely can't be wrong with that. But this is my opinion on how to build this deck. There's other cards coming out. There's another card that's definitely thinking of playing, which is, let's see, what's the name? Hold on, I got it in my cards as Super Baby 2. That's what it's called. Is this it? So yeah, this is the new promo card that's out. I feel like I want to play this, the 2-offs. 3 costs, 20k attack, 10k combo. On play, look at 4 cards on the top of your deck. Reveal up to 1 card with Brainwash or Machimion and its special traits and add it to your hand. Place the rest. So you want to go with searchers as well. This is definitely a good searcher. I feel like the 3 costs, being a 3 cost is kind of a problem because you can definitely summon a lot of 2 costs. But then at the same time, if you're going against blue, blue's going to be bottom decking 2 costs all day. With the 3-drop Vegito, then they got Sinister Sickle, then they have, so he falls in 2 out of the 3 categories of bottom decking. But I feel like the searching is definitely good. But it being special summon from hand, it won't be able to happen because it has to be a 2 or less. But yeah, I'll definitely play of it, because that will be another 10k combo. If you swing with 20, he's on rest mode, you can use it on rest mode to combo with it, and it's a 10k combo. So yeah, that's my what's this, baby? Oh yeah, I was about to change the name. So this is my deck profile for Baby. So we did Green Vegeta, we did the Baby, we did the Majin Buu, the new leaders. The Son Gohan, I don't really feel like it's gonna be interesting to see Son Gohan being used for Blue, the Sun Adolescence. But I don't feel like it's gonna be as strong as it should be. It's giving me the Piccolo vibes for Green, that it's depending on your extra cards, and its extra cards it's all right, because it's specifying certain extra card that has to be Earthling and Saiyan, if I'm not mistaken. But I don't feel like it's gonna be the deck that people's gonna be using most. I feel like Blue Vegeta is still gonna be on top. I don't have a Blue Vegeta deck profile because I feel like if you've already been playing the card game, the Blue Vegeta deck that you have now should be fine. Just add the 6-drop Vegito will be nice, and then probably like 1 or 2 cards that you can actually play. Let me see, probably I can find it. Give me 1 sec, I'm trying to open up. Advanced search, color. Hold on, I'm just trying to bring up blues. So let me just drag it. So these are the blue cards that's coming out, right? So Saiyan City, right? You guys are seeing it, right? Saiyan City, the Son Goku that we have, Deku, has more support, but I don't feel like Son Goku will be one of the. It will be one of the decks that you'll probably randomly see people playing, but I don't think it's gonna overpower Blue Vegeta. But you do have certain cards for Sun Adolescence. So for Vegeta, I feel like seven or less. This card will be definitely good for the Vegeta. If you have 7 or fewer cards in your hand, this card gets 5,000 power. On your turn, and choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and reduce the cost by 2. I feel like this is definitely a good card because if they have a big body on the board, or like a boss monster, which is a 5 cost, you summon this, then you summon your 4-drop Gohan. 4-drop Gohan will no, you can sickle it. Send us a sickle that. Or if you're playing against green and they got a big body on the board, double strike, summon this, then probably the Pan. Is it? No, not the Pan, the Mai. 8. So yeah, let's just say if you're going against a Broly. So you'll summon Mai, puts it down to 1, put it down by 1, summon this by 2, that'll be 5, and then the double strike 5, 6, 7, 8, yeah, then the double strike will give it to get bottom deck the Broly, so you don't have to deal with Broly again. So that will be one of the cards. Galactic Donor will be another card that will be good because now it does the yellow effect of drawing 2 cards, then choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, and it can't attack during the next your opponent's next turn. Definitely a good card. But the card that every blue deck is gonna be playing if they pull it is gonna be this Vegito card, which his effect is insane, which is permanent. You don't lose a game even if you have 0 cards in your deck, and if you have 0 cards in your deck, this card gets 10,000 power, so he's attacking at 50. Activate on main once per turn. Switch this card to active mode, then choose up to 1 card in your opponent's battle area and return it to your owner's hand. Then place the top 5 cards in your deck into your owner's drop. So yeah, you get to restand, and he's swinging for 50 if you have no cards in your deck. But most likely you are going to have cards in your deck, so you'll be swinging 40 twice, which is insane. And let's just put it like this: if you don't get rid of this card and he summons another one, that's 4 swings. 4 swings. Even though he's discarding 10 cards, he don't lose, but that's 4 swings. What if he summons his 5-drop Vegito? That's another dual strike. If he has 7 or less, another 30 swing. 30. It's just insane. Late game, they really just built up blue to the extent that you don't need nothing else. Blue's already strong. Now adding this into the arsenal is ridiculous. So yeah, that'll be the only full card that I'll probably say, those 3 cards to add into Vegeta. Mostly that's gonna be a staple for every blue deck. But it's gonna be hard to pull that card, that 6-drop. Hopefully they change the ratio, because I have seen a lot of people complaining that they don't get to pull the big boss battle cards. They spend a lot of money on the client. They put a lot of codes in the client, and it's just something that, you know, Bandai's just gonna have to fix. Before I even continue, just want to give you guys a heads up. If you guys don't know, Friday, set 4 is the release of set 4. I get my case Friday, so I will be doing a case opening stream on Friday afternoon. Will be afternoon. Well, most likely will be 4:30 or 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. I will be doing code giveaways in the chat box, so if you guys are watching that day, make sure you got a pen and paper, or make sure your client is open to get the codes fast and easy. Or if you are subscribed to my channel, I already posted it up on my stories, but I'll tell you guys again. If you guys are subscribed to my YouTube channel, you get 10 codes from set 2, 10 codes from set 3, 10 codes from set 4. That's for YouTube subscribers. Now for my Twitch subscribers, you get 10 codes for set 2, 10 codes for set 3, 20 codes for set 4. So you'll be getting 50. YouTube subscribers, you guys get 30 codes, split into 3, and Twitch will be getting 40 codes, if I'm 10, 20, yeah, 40 codes. So that will be the subscribers. But in order for me to know that you're subscribed, I need you to write in the chat sub codes. I need to text that on Friday when you're watching my stream. Hashtag sub code. So like that, I see the logo on the side of your name that you're actually in it, and then I will hit you up on the side, and then you're gonna have to let me know how you want me to send it to you. I can send it to you through Discord, which most likely that's what's gonna happen. I will have a Discord ready. I do have Discord. I'll probably put my Discord on the chat box, so like that you guys can hit me up and let me know that you want the codes sent through there, and I'll send you the codes. But that's what I'm offering for Friday, code opening for Set 4, because I know it's gonna be hard. Right now, like I said, I'm getting a case. So you got 2 ways to get codes. You have the codes for codes for the giveaways in the chat box, and the subscription codes. So just keep that in mind. So going back to this, so another deck that I feel like we already spoke about, Blue Vegeta. Another deck that I feel like is gonna be strong as well, going into set 4 will be Jiren. Jiren is definitely gonna be strong. If you guys don't know what Jiren does, let me just bring them up. Jiren, 15k attack on standard. When attacking, draw a card. It awakens at 3. Standard is actually 4, but for Jiren is 3. Reason why: when he awakens, he boosted up to 25. We only have 3 leaders that does boost up to 25 on swing. So permanent, if you have a battle card with with 30k power or more, you only take up to 1 damage in each battle. So to help you understand what that means, if whoever's playing Jiren or you're playing Jiren have a 30k swinger on the board, and you or your opponent summons a double strike, the double strike is going to try to swing for game if you only have 2, or even just swing it to general. Since you have a 30k body on the board, you will not be able to take 2 life. You only take 1. That's what it means when it says take up to 1 damage. You only take up to 1 damage. But every time you take a damage, that's when you draw a card. You don't draw on swing. You draw on damage intake. So always keep that in mind. Jiren definitely is something you gotta be reading a lot. Make sure you do the right swings, right plays. Make sure it's the way that you want to. Be strategic when it comes to playing against Jiren, because Jiren does have a lot of good cards that came out for it. It was already a good deck. It became a little bit stronger. It has the right cards, especially with the 6-drop Goku. That's insane. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I did put it in this deck. So let's go to the deck profile. We're playing 1 off because this card is limited. Cannot play more than 1. Kefla 4-drop, 20k swing, 10k combo, permanent. If your leader's awakened, this card gets 5,000 power. Right? Then on play, draw 1 card. Then play up to 1 battle card with the cost of 3 or less and tournament power and the special traits from your hand. Be mindful, if you're playing this card, whatever card you're trying to summon has to have tournament power in it. Next up, 2 cards, Fua, however you say it, 5k attack, 10k combo. On play, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards and it gets minus 15,000 power for the turn. Definitely a good card to have in your deck because a 10k combo and 15k does do a lot of damage, especially if your opponent, most of their bodies at 20k. Even if they're at 25, now they're at 10k. So now you can swing with your leader, combo with this or whatever you have on the board. Or if you special summon another card that negs something down to 0 or whatever the case may be, you're gonna have support. Right? Next up, this is the new super combo that they have for set 4. I changed it. I didn't want to play something old. I like the Whis better. This kind of looks, the artwork I like a little bit better. Next up, the Room Sheet, 5 costs, 30k swing, 10k combo on play. Choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with the cost of 30,000 power or less and KO it. So this is what I was talking about with the Fua. Let's say if they have a double strike on board, summon the Fua. Minus is that under 30, summon this. That's 30k less. Pop it off the board. Now you got a 30k swing on the board. I'm playing 3 of these. Definitely a good card to have. Next up, definitely a staple in every deck, which is a Sun Gohan. This is what you summon the Kefla with the 2-punch combo with the Kefla, which are 3 costs, 20k attack, 5k combo, permanent. On your turn, if your leader is awakened, this card gets 5,000 power. When attacking, add up to 1 card from your life to your hand, then choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, and it gets minus 15,000 power for the turn. So if you let this live on the board, you're gonna have a rude awakening, because it's gonna continue taking a life if it wants to, depending on the leader. And then at the same time, it's minus 15 every single time. So you gotta either lock it from swinging or just wipe it off the board from swinging. And being at 3 and on his turn, his or her turn, it goes to 25 if your leader's awakened. So you gotta be mindful that this card is definitely a staple and is definitely dangerous to keep on board. Next up, playing 2 of the God Kamehameha. 2 costs. If you have no battle cards, reduce this card in your hand by 1, so you can play it by 1. And then choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with 30,000 power or less and KO it. So definitely a good card to have, because you're wiping out big bodies off the board. Especially when this deck don't have big bodies starting off, but it does have a lot of floods to neg a lot of the battle cards off the board. It definitely is a good card to have. Maybe play 1 of these. Maybe play 2. I'll play 2. You can put it down to 1 if you want. But this is definitely a 52 card deck, so I definitely have that. Next card, definitely a good card as well. 3 costs, 20k attack, 5k combo, which is the Vegeta. When attacking, discard 2 cards from your hand. Until the end of your opponent's next turn, this card can't be KO'd. Excuse me. And gets KO'd. No, can be KO'd and gets 30,000 power. So he goes at 50 when you discard a card that can be KO'd. Right? Activate on main once per turn. Choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with 25,000 power or less and KO it. Then KO this card. So it has a power boost to go to 50 by discarding 2 cards from your hand, and it goes on self-destructive mode if it feels like it. If the opponent feels like there's a battle card that must be off the field for next turn. Next up, which will be the boss of the bosses. I swear to God, I played against this deck yesterday, and my opponent, shout out to my boy Amir. Amir, you're an animal for playing this card yesterday against me. You got to summon this 3 times on me, once each turn, and it was giving me a headache. I got to paralyze it 1 turn. I got to pop it the next turn. I got to get rid of 1 on the next turn, but you still have 1 on the board, and it was just reckless. This card is reckless. It's a 6-drop, and it's the first 6-drop going into set 4 for red. 6-drop, 40k swing, 0 combo on play until the end of your opponent's next turn. Negate the next damage you take. So now it's negating 1 of the damages. So you get to pick and choose what damage you want to take and what damage you don't want to take for the next turn. But then God's on play. This is where the problem comes in. When attacking, choose all of your opponent's battle cards, and they get 20,000 power minus for the turn. It's either you're wiping guys off the board, or they're just gonna be 5 to 10k battle cards on the field that's gonna be easy to be wiping out. So big bosses, sorry to say, you're going down. Especially if you have your leader that's gonna swing as well. you're gonna go down. So it's either just, it's basically just telling everybody just take the hit. Just take the hit. Because if you're gonna try to combo off of this 40k, let's be serious. You're gonna have to dump 2 super combos off your hand just to get this out there good. Let's break over here. The job. Hope the stream has been going well, fam. Yeah, so far so good. I'm just talking about all the decks going towards set 4. But I definitely appreciate you stopping by. I definitely be watching you on my stream when you be playing like overnight. I've been watching it on my whatchamacallit. I've been watching you on when I'm at work as well. And then I'm on the Discord. I've been chopping it up with you guys as well. But definitely whenever you stream again, I'll be on it again. If you're on tonight, I'll definitely be on tonight as well. What's the next card? Next up will be Big Jiren. 4-drop, set 3, you already know. 4-drop, 30k swing, 0 combo. This card can be KO'd once per turn, which is a good thing for your opponent. Activate on battle once per turn. On your opponent's turn, you take 1 damage. If this card is in rest mode, add up the top card of your deck to your life. So there's a 2-punch combo effect with this and the leader. Definitely was a 4-of, but since there's a new Jiren in the house, you definitely got to play this at 3, because you don't want to build your deck into 0 combos. So you already know playing this is already 0 combo, playing this is already a 0 combo. Then you have extra cards that's 0 combo as well. So just keep in mind, anything over 11 to 12 0 combos in your deck, you're about to have a rude awakening, because you're going to take a lot of hits and you're going to be able to protect yourself from it because you have dead cards in your hand. Next up, play 1-of. 5-drop, 35k swing, double strike, Son Goku. On play, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and it gets minus 20,000 power for the turn. I might switch this to 2 or 3, but like I said, I don't really play red as much. I do see a lot of red decks. Especially Jiren. When I go to locals, I really do see this being played a lot. What, you'll play 0 of this? I could see that. I could definitely see that. A lot of people not playing this anymore because of the 6-drop that just came out. You're just, not gonna have the double strikes anymore on play, but it all depends on the idea of how people want to build their decks. I just play 1-of because maybe you're gonna need it sooner or later. But like I said, everything looks good on paper. You're just gonna have to try to test it out. Oh, that's all I gotta say. Test out all these decks. Whatever idea you have, test it out, because you're gonna need it. Hold on, what you said? That 6 costs already put them from 2 to 1 without any. Yeah, yeah, that's what I was saying. That 40k swing, might as well just take the hit, because you're gonna combo, you're gonna burn your hand heavily. Then seeing swings, facts, bro. Yeah. So definitely, like I said, I just have it there just to have it there. So I could take this out now. It puts me at 51 cards in the deck. The God Kamehameha, I'll probably take that out, and that gives me 50 cards. So now being a 50 card deck, you can definitely see the cards faster or more efficient. So definitely could go with 52 cards, could go with 50, either or. My answer to this is test out every single card. Now, what I like about the client, you don't need to play rank to test out every single deck. They have practice. You go to practice and they have it. Practice every single deck. If you don't know what deck you want to try out, even the new starter decks, the Daima Goku and the Daima Vegeta. Not a fan of the Daima Vegeta. I feel like his effect is horrible. I don't feel like anybody's gonna be topping on that. But Daima Goku is definitely a problem. It's the new upgraded starter cool. It minuses your opponent 5, plus 5 on your end. but the deck build is definitely strong. It's definitely a deck that you want to play as well. So I definitely see Jiren and Daimaku top of the board, food chain when it comes to red. So if you guys want to go with that, you definitely can. You feel me? Less zero. Yeah, less zeros. You can take that out. 2 cards that I just mentioned to take out to put you at 50 are zero that card. So just take them out the deck. Honestly, I just got them there because it was looking cute when I was building this deck. But now thinking about it, yeah, let me take these 2 out because honestly, I got too many zero combos in my deck. But definitely a card you want to take out. Next up will be another zero combo. I saw my boy play this yesterday, and definitely is a good card to have. Like I said, it's up to you to use. It's a 3 cost, 25k swing, zero combo. On play, it's a self-awakener. Then choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, 2,000 power or less, and KO it. There's an early game to white pop off the board, just in case. If you're going against black, now since they got that Trunks, you want to summon this to pop that Trunks off the field, and then do what you got to do. Do what you got to do with all the other cards on the field as well. So yeah, you have a lot of options. You don't have to play this card. This is an optional card. It's not a staple card. It's an optional card. So there's plenty of cards that came out, especially with the new Goku leader. Even though I don't know what they was thinking about when they was building that leader. That you can't even draw. You awaken at 3. You can't draw on swing. So and then you take the life, but don't draw like the Jiren. But listen, Bandai's just doing funny nonsense. I'm not understanding what they're doing, but it is what it is. That Goku, I swear to God, somebody tell me that Goku is gonna be topping. Go see yourself at the door. I want you to play that card in regionals and tell me where you rank that with that leader, because that leader is garbage. It's garbage. Yes, granted, you get to mimic one battle card on the field for their power, right? So let's just say if you're playing a mirror match versus red, they have the 6 cost. You get to mirror that 6 cost. Now he's a 40k, but that's it. It's not permanent, and it's once per battle. Read that card. It does not say once per turn. It says once per battle. So you're gonna make me awaken at 3. That is crazy. For no non-swings, right? 4 non-swings. And you got me with an effect I only can use once per turn. I mean once per battle. Where you see me going with that? You're not going nowhere with that. That means you're gonna have to really flood the board with a lot of battle power. But the thing is that you can't even do that either, because you have to negate most of your opponent's battle cards on the field. You can't just continue attacking your opponent's battlefield, because then their life is never gonna go down. They're gonna be risking a lot of cards in their hand because they're nowhere near to be awakened. That's another thing that you have to think about as well. It's just so much going on with that leader that I don't feel like that leader is gonna be competitive at all. It's not gonna. If you win with that leader, you won by luck. I'm sorry to say. I'm saying it. It's my opinion, but I know a lot of people will vouch for what I'm saying. But that leader, it's garbage. It is garbage. I'd rather play Cooler. Cooler at least gives me crit. You take the hit, that card goes to discard pile. And then on Awaken, you discard 1 card to restand the body. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's helping you by supporting you with your battle cards on the field. But come on, let's be serious. I'd rather play Cooler. I'd rather play Goku Black. I'd rather play. I can't with that leader. I don't know where they was going with that. Yeah, it definitely feels weird. And it's UI. Like, that's his top form in Super right now. Why would his top form Super leader card is going to be so weak the way it is? But anyways, back to this card, Son Goku. It's not a staple card. It's an optional card you can have. Got it by 2, but now reading it and thinking about the card, definitely going to be a card I'll be taking out. 25k swing is definitely good, but you're gonna have to minimize zero combos. Next up, Tournament Power, another zero combo. Definitely a good card to have in your deck because it gives you 5,000 power on your turn or on your opponent's turn. I'd rather use it on your opponent's turn because it gets to restand on your turn, basically. But definitely a good card to have in Jiren. Yeah, definitely. Needed for Jiren, literally is most golded. Yeah, that. But like I said, when I was talking about earlier, when it comes to field cards, when I was building my Majin Buu deck, when I've read all these arenas, all these field cards, there's no way in hell I'm not playing the Majin Buu deck without the Pui Pui. It's not happening. All these field cards really does make a change. It is a game changer for these decks. You need to have Pui Pui. If you're playing yellow, you gotta have Pui Pui in your deck because you need to wipe these nonsense off the board. It's probably not gonna survive because 2 cost against blue. It's a 15k. Is it a 15k? I think it's a 15k. It's a 15k. It probably get negged by red, but it's a 10k combo. You could just summon it, then to combo or whatever it is. But I run the 3 cost Frieza and Bardock for a bit. Okay, that's a good thing too. The 3 cost Frieza is a 25k swing, 5k combo, and then if there's a Saiyan card on board, I think it locks it. If I'm not mistaken. I think that's the secondary effect. One of my friends put me onto that card and it KO any Saiyan on play and then it kills it. Okay, so yeah. A lot of these decks is gonna play a lot of Saiyans. 3 cards. So now that card is perfect against green. Perfect against green Vegeta. Because it's popping anything on 3. Anything. Unless they have the 5-drop Gohan on board. But if that Gohan is not on board, I'm popping something off the board. So like that, you have to start building up a field again with your battle cards. But definitely hands down, there's a staple card. Next up, another staple card to have in your deck, in any red deck. Son Goku Mini from Daima, 2 cost, 20k attack, 10k combo permanent. If your leader's awakened, he gets 10k power. It's on permanent. Not on swing, not on your opponent's turn. 10k. That means you're summoning a 2-drop 30k swing. Your man is going crazy. You gotta play 4 of these. This card is unbelievable. And it's a self-awakener. What if you're at 5? You summon this, now you awaken. You got a card in your hand. Awaken. Card, another card. That's 2 cards you just drew. Because of this effect and the leader effect to awaken, now you're swinging for 30. What? For 30? On a 2 cost? Come on. Depending how many depending how many energies you got 6. I'm summoning this guy 3 times. I'm going for 30 swing. I don't even have to combo anything out of my hand. 30k swings, 30k swing, 30k swing. Let's go with the small. That's one thing that red is known for. Small bodies, big impact. That's what it's known for. It doesn't survive because the small bodies are so easily to get removed by certain colors. Red was always perfect to go against green. But now with all these cards, all these 2 drops, all these negs, all these the 6 drop that's coming out, the new Jiren that's coming out, all these cards are giving red the push that it needs to go against blue, to go against black, to go against green, to go against yellow. Right now, set 4, you're really gonna see a lot of problems. There's not going to be any tournament or any battles in client that you go to and you're going to look at your opponent, oh, I got this in the bag. It's not happening. Because every single leader got its... First of all, let's not forget Android 17 is still playing set 1 and set 2 cards and it's still top of the leaderboard. Let's not forget about that. And I bet money going into set 4 is still going to be top of the leaderboard because the ramping is not even banned yet. Now, if the ban happens, I feel like blue is going to drop a little bit. Green, Android 17 is dropping indefinitely because that's what's helping green to stay up at the level where it is because of the 4-drop ramp. But honestly, if they don't get a limit list or ban list, I feel like for green, you're going to have Android 17 and you have Green Vegeta, right? For yellow, you have the Majin Buu. I'm giving high hopes of Yellow Vegeta, because Yellow Vegeta definitely could be strong because it has its own separate effects that I'll probably show you guys in a few once I'm done with this deck. Then in black, I feel like every 3 black leaders is going to be strong because Son Goku got his own cards, but with the staples that came out, still going to be strong. Bardock is still going to be strong. Baby's going to be hella strong because of the floodgates is going to happen. Red, like I said, is going to be Daima, Goku Daima, and Jiren. I'm not sure about the Beerus. U7 might be strong. This set might be coming back. I don't see a lot of people playing it. I see people playing Daima because the starter deck, and it's easy to just get 2 decks and then just get the staples in there. Even though the staples are even at that, the staples are cheap as well. So that's definitely a plus when it comes to Fusion World. The Jiren is going to be the stronger version of Red. That if you want to go heavy, Jiren will be the stronger version to go by. But if you want to go with the cheap version, I'll give you Daima, Son Goku Daima. Get 2 starter decks in client or in IRL, and then try to get the staples, and then you're good to go. The only card that you gotta worry about spending bread on is the 6 cost, which everybody's like thirsty for that card because it's not easy to pull. The easy one to pull is the 6-drop Vegito for blue. The red is going to be the problem. Right now, the red one in TCG is going for, and it's on pre-release, is $75 to $80 right now. That's not even shipping and handling. You probably find it on Facebook. You probably find it on eBay, or somebody's going to trade it or sell it to you for cheaper price. But if you go on TCG, that's what the prices are for. But, and then for blue, hands down, I still see Blue Vegeta is still going to be number 1 blue deck that is going to be used. Deadpool got its support. I see 50-50 people using this. Sudden Gohan Adolescence, I feel like that's a blue version of the green version of Piccolo because it's built on extra cards. And then what was the other for blue? I feel like that's it because I don't feel like Trunks is going to be strong. You're bouncing back 3 or less, granted, but for how far to the full extent you guys, that's actually going to help you. Because once you get to late game, everybody's just summoning big bodies. That 3 cost is not going to do anything. And what you're going to do, bounce back your bodies off the board? You're not helping yourself by doing that. So that's another thing that you got to worry about as well. So Trunks is not good. Goku Black is definitely not going to be good. Zamasu, I don't feel like it's going to be good as well. So the top 3 blues, I feel like Vegeta's number 1. I feel like Satan City, Deadpool, and Son Gohan Adolescence is like neck and neck, right then and there. But yeah, then for I already said green, said yellow, said black, said blue, said red. So those are my opinions going into set 4. Next up, definitely a staple card. Definitely a staple card. It's a 2-drop Sphere of Destruction. Choose up to one of your opponent's battle card with 25,000 power or less and KO it. Then if your opponent's life is at 4 or more, deal 1 damage to your opponent. People that play red, I hate y'all. Just for that simple fact that this card, y'all always end up using it when I'm at 4. Every single time. Every time I'm trying to avoid going down to 3, you hit me with this. Every single time. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. And then you're wiping a 25k, which is a standard battle power right now for going into set 4. Definitely a good card to have. 2+. 2 is enough. Remember, you have to build your deck on 0. This deck, you just saw a lot of 0 combos. I'm going to readjust it again. For Friday, I'll definitely have like a deck profile for it if I get all the cards that I need in the client. If not, then I'll probably just do it here again. Next up will be the 1 cost Whis 5k attack, 10k combo. On play, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, and he gets 5,000 power, minus 5,000 power for the turn. You can either play this or the other Whis, that's once per turn. The only reason why I took this one because the 10k combo, like I said, 10k combo is a must have on your deck going into set 4 because you got a lot of big bodies coming in. A lot of big bodies. Average, it's not like mostly 20ks anymore. You have averaging 25k swings. It's like a 70-30, 25% that the swings that's gonna get hit, that's gonna be towards your leader is gonna be 25k, 25k, right? And now, same thing when it comes to people summoning, going for 30k swings. You don't want to be using your super combos this early, so you go use this 10k, puts you at 30, and then use a 5k from the board or from your hand, and then you get to go to still hold off on your super combos. So my version of this, I'll put 3 of these in my deck. Next up, Master Roshi, 5 cost cantrip, 1 cost. I said 5 cost. 1 cost, 5k attack, 5k combo. It's just for draw power, because Jiren does has a weakness, and that is not drawing on swing. It only draws on impact towards itself, or if he has a Jiren on the board. But we have so many cards right now that could bounce back or bottom deck those 4-drop Jirens that it becomes a problem. That now you have to have draw power in your deck because you're gonna need it. I have 3 of these. Then the other 3 will be the Piccolo, another cantrip, so you have 6 cantrips. Don't want to go over excessive with the cantrips, so you have 4. Next up will be the Margarita, 1 drop, 10k attack, 10k combo. On play, if your leader is awakened, choose up to one of your battle cards, and it gets 10,000 power for the turn, so it's definitely good. You give it a 10,000 power, plus if you combo with this, so you're basically giving one of your battle cards 20,000 power, and that's not even using anything out your hand. So 20, going for 20 is definitely good. Playing 3 of those, 3 of these, and last but not least, I'm playing one of the new Jiren card, 6 cost, 40k swing, permanent. This card cannot be removed from the battle area by your opponent's skills. And on play, if your leader has Pride Troopers in his special traits and your opponent's life is at 2 or more, you take 1 damage. Then deal 1 damage to your opponent. So depending on... So basically you gotta go real aggro with this card. By reading this card, I feel like I will drop the double strike to put another one of these. Right? And try to figure out how you can eliminate most of the 0 cost. But another card that I feel like will be interesting to have in this deck is the Topo. Set 4. Not set 3, set 4. Which will be this one. It's a 4-drop, 30k swing, 5k combo. On play, you take 1 damage. If your leader is awakened, add the top card of your deck to your life. So this is a 1-2 punch when it comes to Jiren. Why? Because Jiren's effect is that when I take a life, he draws a card. But if I have a 4-drop Jiren on the board, use this effect to summon this, and that Jiren survives. Summon this Topo, right? Summon this Topo, use the effect. Before you use that effect, or execute the effect, you use the Jiren effect, the 4-drop Jiren, which will take the life, but to put the top card of your deck to your life, right? Boom. Now you got an extra card in your hand, right? Now, you take the hit, put you down to 3, risky move, but take the hit. Because of the Jiren leader effect, you get to draw a card. So now you drew 3 cards. 3 cards are hand. But then, like a Topo's effect, secondary effect. If your leader is awakened, put the top card from your deck to your life. That means you go back to 4. You did all that to lose nothing. Nothing. You just drew 3 cards off of the effect of 3 bodies on the board, and that's not even with them swinging. Why not go wrong with that? That's an amazing 2-punch combo. Matter of fact, I'm definitely gonna put this card in my deck. Definitely, because the combo, that effect is definitely good. You don't even have to take the damage. Just use the Jiren effect off of this. You draw 2 cards, and it still gives you a life back. Come on, you can't go wrong with that. You can't. You're just basically building up your hand size by 3 in 1 turn. So that's my red deck for Jiren, right? That will be my Jiren deck. So we spoke about the blue Vegetas. We spoke about the blues going into it. The blue Vegeta set 4. Green is going. This is gonna be good. I don't gotta speak about Android 17 when it comes to green, because honestly, it's still good. You'll probably add like 1 or 2 cards, maybe, but it's still gonna be good. If there's no ban list that hits that deck is still gonna be strong. So between that and green Vegeta, I feel like those are the top 2 greens. When it comes to red, there's Daima Goku and the Jiren is gonna be on top. I spoke about Baby. I spoke about SS4 Goku has 2 cards to give it more boost. The Majin Buu, I feel like the Majin Buu and Yellow Vegeta, maybe. Yellow Vegeta will be competitive as well, but Majin Buu definitely going to be a problem. Now for my number 1 deck right now that I'm playing, which will be the Bardock. We already know what Bardock does, but we're going to pull it up. So the Bardock leader effect, when attacking, he draws a card, but then gets a 5k power, so 25k. This is the reason why I like Bardock. His number 1 effect, giving him 5k, so that's putting him at 25. That goes above any leader right now, hands down, swinging wise. Jiren is at 25, but he's at 25 now, so I don't have to combo a card for me to get a swing over him. So 25k swing, amazing. His secondary effect is activated on battle. Once per turn, only on your turn. Look at the top card of your deck and use up to 1 battle card with the cost of with Bardock Crew in the special traits in his combo. No, in a special trait in a combo, place the rest at the bottom of his owner's deck. So that effect is definitely good for set 3. Set 4, Bardock didn't get no Bardock Crew support. So I feel like you'll be playing less Bardock Crew for going into set 4. It is what it is. You just using him to look at the top card of your deck to see if you need it at the top, because you might need it for next turn, or just put it at the bottom. So it's just to manipulate the top of the card. Now if you hit a Bardock Crew card, then take it, use it as a combo, and there goes your 30k swing. Easy. But if it's not, you basically just manipulating the top card of your deck to figure out what you want to use next. I still feel like Bardock is still going to be one of the strongest decks to be used, because he's still swinging at 25. And some of the staple cards that's out now, like the Trunks 2-drop, definitely going to fit here. Because the 2 things that Bardock was having a problem with, right, just came out for the deck. I mean, just came out for set. It's coming out for set 4. It just came out on IRL, but it's coming out for the client on Friday. Is 2-drop Trunks, barrier, protects everything on the board that is not Trunks. That's what the Bardock needed, because it was going against blue. It was always getting bottom deck. Now with that protection, now it's going to be harder for your opponent to bottom deck everything off the board. That's 1. 2. The pop stage. You only have the bounce back of Pan, the 3-drop Gohan, that if you have an energy mark, you pop a 3 or less on play. And then you have the Bardock, which is combo 2 cards and pop something off the board. There's a gap in between all these cards that it's like, we need something that can actually stick. And the one card that people don't like and I love is the Super Oob. It's a 3-cost, 20k swing, 10k combo. Once per turn, you pop a 5 or less on your opponent's side of the field off the board. And if they don't have an energy marker, you give them an energy marker. Can't go wrong with that. You can't. It's definitely a good card. Granted, you're giving them an energy marker. So what? In certain scenarios, you could afford giving them an energy marker if they don't have no bodies on the board. You could do it. Just do it. Then what if, like I said, to the 1-2 punch combo, going with Glorio. Now Glorio comes to the field on a 2-cost, and you get to draw it because your opponent has a energy marker. So yeah, Bardock is still going to be strong. Those 3 cards right there, staples. If you guys don't want to play the Glorio, you can play something else. Then play something else. If you don't want to play the Super Oob, then don't play the Super Oob. Just play something else. Like I said, everything looks good on paper. Now when it comes to, you know, going into the fact that you gotta play these cards in client, you gotta play these cards in locals, you gotta play these cards against your friends, going to regionals. That's when you're gonna start seeing what cards should you have or not. So you gotta understand that as well. Definitely, everything is all about test running. You go on client, go on rank, non-rank, the one that's not ranked that you go practice. Go practice. You'll find somebody to play against. Even if he's a high rank or whatever the case may be, you're just there just to test run the cards to see how they work. And even if it is somebody that's high rank, at least you get to play against somebody that knows what they're doing. Because a lot of the matches you're going to be facing on the client, depending where you at on rankings, you're going to be playing a lot of people that make mistakes that you're going to be like, what? Why? Why you did this? That's dumb. Stuff like that. So it's like, just grind as much as you can, and then at the same time that you're grinding, you're getting gems. You're getting gems. Just grind as much as you can, get them gems up, and do what you gotta do. Simple as that. But if you sub to my, if you come on Friday to my stream, there's giveaways. Like I said, there's giveaways for the codes. I'm gonna put it in the chat box. But if you subscribe to my channel, depending on YouTube and on Twitch, just so people can know, you have to choose. You're only getting codes for one. Just so y'all know. I might change it, might not, depending how I feel. I might change it. That if you are sub to both my channels, then both effects will hit. But I'm most likely gonna change. Matter of fact, that gives me the idea since we're talking about it. I will be posting it up on Friday when it pops up, and I'll have a different perspective. So if you're only streaming for Twitch, I already posted it, which will be 10 set 2, set 10 set 3, 20 for set 4 on Twitch. For YouTube, it will be 10 set 2, 10 set 3, 10 set 4. And then if you are subscribed to both my channels, I think I'll have something good for y'all. I'll probably add like if you're subscribed to both, I'll have to do a package for that as well. So the package that I have is for separate. If you have if you have Twitch only, that's for Twitch. If you have YouTube only, that's for YouTube. Now if you have both, then I'll come up with an idea of what can I offer as of you subscribe to both of my channels. So yeah, so that's what so going back into the deck profiles, this is what I'm going with Bardock. Right now I'm playing one off. I would like to play 2 of these. I'm still test running it. I'm at 53 cards in this deck. I'm trying to lower it, but it's kind of rough because Bardock is really tough to maintain at under 54. So 4 cost on play. Play up to 1 battle card with the cost of 2 or less from your hand. What I like about that is that it doesn't tell you, it doesn't specify what 2 costs. Just 2 costs, period. Choose up to 1 battle card with the cost of 3 or less and place it into your owner's combo area. So if your opponent has a 3 or less on the field, This is how you start wiping their boards. Just use it as a combo. Even if it's a uh, at 4 cards 30k swing, I doubt you're gonna have a 30k swing already on the board. But if you do, let's just say if you do, I'm just trying to wipe your board. That's all I'm doing. Eliminate the battle swings for your next turn. And then to play up to 2, you're most likely gonna. The key point to that is to summon your trunks to protect this card. So like that, you can continue to using this card. So 1 off right now. Next up, I got 2 Burgos, which this is one of the cards I'm gonna drop from my deck. Definitely not gonna play this card. I use it for combo power and to recycle with the Hercule. I got 2 offs. The way I got it built is the way I have in my IRL deck. I went to my tournament with, because I haven't got my cards. Like I said, my case comes on Friday, so this is the deck profile that I have right now. But you don't have to go with this. This is what I just went with. Next up is a staple for every black deck. Definitely a staple for every black deck. 3 cards, 20k swing, 5k combo. On play, when you use a card in this, when you use a card in a combo while this card is in battle, draw 1 card, then switch this card to active mode to swing again. That's not bad because you get to draw again. Definitely a staple. On Bardock, gotta play 4 off. SS4 Goku is a 4 off. In the baby, most likely probably 2 if you could squeeze it in. But definitely a good card you want to use. Next up is a Kakarot. Gotta have it for SS4 Goku and Bardock. Not sure if Baby needs it, but this is definitely a good card because it's a 1 cost and it gives you energy marker from the beginning of the game. Yes, it downsizes your hand size, but it gives you the energy marker that puts you ahead of your opponent when it comes down to you going first. Because then going first, you start with 2 energies. They only start with 1. So now when they get to 2, I get to 3. So that's how it's gonna go. Another card will be the Tentai Kamehameha. I'm playing 2 of these. There's definitely a card that you gotta use. For set 3, I was not using it. I was actually using the Gohan. Gohan was definitely a card that I was using more than this, because it's a 10k combo, and if I need a swinger, I got a swinger on the board. This actually was a dead card to me a lot. But now, since most of the decks are being built with a lot of 5 cost, you have to potentially say you need this card. This is definitely a staple in every black deck. Another card that I'm definitely gonna drop for my deck will be, by testing yesterday and what was going on yesterday, will be the Shugesh 2-drop 20k swing 10k combo. This is better than the Bardock Self Awakener because you have enough Self Awakeners already. You have the Trunks, the Pan, and the Son Goku GT. This is the reason. This reason is because it's a 20k swing. So now if they try to swing with their non-awakened leader, they have to combo a 5k with it, and I have to combo a 5k. So it's an even match. We both have to combo out. Now if I had the Self Awakener, I get to draw a card, then swing 15k. He's gonna combo out, right? Now on my turn, I will have to combo out a 10k. No, a 5k, because it boosts a 5k. Why do I want to combo out of a card if a leader? Because then the leader swings 15, I'm gonna have to combo out. Then he's gonna swing with another body. Then what? So I'm just losing momentum right there. So I don't like the Bardock anymore. For going into set 4, Self Awakener Bardock is not good. Next up, I'm playing 3. It was 4, but I added the Great Ape, but I didn't want to have that many 0 combos in my deck. So I'm playing 3 of the 4 drop, 30k swing, 0 combo, Son Goku GT. We already know what it does. When it swings, give you energy marker. And if you use the energy marker for the turn, you get to draw a card. I might be putting this back to 4, because I swear to God, this is the best card Black has. Because it gives you the energy marker, and it gives you the draw power. And then if you have multiple of these on the board, your hand size is going to go crazy. Next up, I'm playing 4 of Glorio, 4 drop, 25k swing, 10k combo. If your opponent or yourself have an energy marker, reduce the cost by this by 2. So now you're summoning this at 2 for 25 swing. And if your opponent has an energy marker, you get to draw a card. So why not use this card? Black is built on drawing cards. I'm not understanding why people don't like this card. This card is definitely good. Next up, staple card. Definitely gotta be in all 3 decks. Because one is gives you energy marker, so now it boosts you up. And it's a self-awakener. It's a 3 cost, 25k swing, 5k combo. There's nothing wrong with having 5k combos. Combo power is definitely good no matter what's the amount. But it's the 25k swing is what gets to me. 25k swing helps out a lot because most of the leaders out now right now is 20s. So they will have to use a 10k combo. Burn those 10k combos out of their hand, out of their deck, out of the wherever they're using it. Just try to burn as much 10ks out. That's the point being of the game. Next up, I'm playing 3 of the Hercules. I was playing 4. I dropped it down to 3 because it's coming out to the point that I'm not having that many of the 1 cost. So yes, the recycling is kind of off because I've already been we're bringing back the 1 drops. The only reason why I'm playing 3, my goal is to bring back the 10-time Kamehameha, just in case if they're trying to flood the board again. Especially if you're playing against Green Vegeta, they're trying to flood the board. If their leaders awaken, this is a good card to use to bring back the 10-time Kamehameha. Or if you're playing against any black decks, and they summon more than 1 body, and they summon the Super Baby 1 with another body on the board, you could get to pop this off the board and do what you gotta do. So playing 3 of these, that is a 10k combo as well. Next up, I'm playing 3 pans. Honestly, with the way the ratio is going, a lot of people is gonna be playing Jiren a lot, so bouncing back will be good. Then against black, this will be good because if they have a 4 drop Goku on the board, and that's the only thing they have on the board, I'm definitely gonna summon this, swing, use the energy marker, bounce that back. Now they have to start over. Let's just say if I have 4 energies on hand, let's say I got 5 energies, and one of them is energy marker. Summon Pan, take a life, swing, activate the effect, draw a card, bounce back, then summon the Glorio. Now you got a 25k swing as well. So it's just doing that. Or summon the Trunks to protect the Pan, just in case they're trying to summon something 4 or less on the next turn. So yeah, you have varieties. So Pan is definitely a must-have, a staple. I'm playing 2 of the Son Goku Childhood cantrip and 4 of the Fasha's cantrip. That's 6 total. Trying to minimize the cantrips, but maybe because it's Bardock, I would like to go more into the cantrips because cantrips definitely help into hand size. Glorio helps hand size. What else? The 3-drop Goku. I mean not Goku. Bardock give hand size as well. So there's a lot of stuff that's actually building up for hand size, and you're gonna go crazy. Trust me. There was a point that I had 14 cards in my hand. 14 cards in my hand, and my opponent only had like 5, and they was like, yo, what? You're the one swinging, and you're the one that's letting stuff being played and just leave it there. Next up will be Super Oob. Like I said, definitely a good card. It's optional. It's not a staple. Situational, of course. Is basically the better version of the Son Gohan, because the Son Gohan GT pops 3 or less off the board. Definitely good as well. 3 of the Trunks, most likely going to be 4 because you want to protect your battle cards as much as possible. And it's a self-awakener, so definitely good to have on in your deck. 4-ups. Next up is the Super Combo Son Gohan. Actually playing the Vegeta GT now, and then the 3-drop, not the 3-drop, 5-drop Bardock Double Strike. Definitely a good card to play as well. Just because of the way a lot of these cards are being played, right? A lot of these decks are being played. I feel like, let's see. I still feel like this card is still good to play. One is a 10k combo. Remember, like I said, 10k combos is a must. You gotta have those 10k combos ready to lock and load. 10k combo is a 20k swing, and it's on play to pop 3 or less if you have an energy marker. Just gotta hold on to the energy marker. And it's a sleeper. It's not a card. Trust me, when I was playing set 3, this card, a lot of people was like, what the hell? You really playing this card? This card is a sleeper. It's definitely a sleeper. Everybody's used to the Bardock and the Son Goku GT being the only 3 drops that people have. And then when they see you with 4 energies, they feel like you're going to summon a 4 drop. No, I'm going to summon this to pop something off the board. Because that's more guaranteed than me summoning a 4 drop, swinging at your body, and then you combo out. And now you have that body plus another body on the board to swing with. No, not happening. So I'd rather just do this. So this is definitely a good card to use. It's optional. It's not a staple. And the next card will be... But that card I'll probably play 2 of. Max, 2 of. The Sun Gohan is a 2 of. I feel like this card, 1 of, maybe 1 of, will be fine. If you want to go technical, like if you want to really build a deck on trying to break board. 2 or less. There's a lot of 2 or less cards that a lot of decks are using and need to have on the board to use certain effects on the board for like the next summoning or the sacrificing or whatever. This card definitely helps out. Even though it's a 15k swing, it's only gonna work at the beginning of the game. But so 2 costs is a 10k combo, and on swing, if I have an energy marker, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with 2 or less and KO it. So depending on who you're playing, this card could definitely help out. So 1 of, maybe just 1. Anything excessive out of that, you kind of be pushing it. But if you want to build a deck on breaking boards, I will add this at least 1. So definitely a card that, you know, definitely will play. So that will be my deck profile. So I'm definitely gonna adjust this more. I'll definitely be doing a deck profile and posting it on YouTube for you guys, so you guys can actually, you know, test run it if you guys want. But I will definitely be building my deck on for Saturday, because I'm only gonna have time. Since I work that night, I'm only gonna have time to do the case openings and focus on popping the boxes open and building momentum to give out codes and stuff like that. So that's my goal for Friday, is the codes and case opening. But maybe from time to time, since I'm building a Bardock deck, I'll probably build a Bardock. I'll probably pull some cards from there and build my Bardock deck, and so you guys can see. But I'll probably just leave that for like a video for you two guys to watch on YouTube. So that's my Bardock deck. So yeah, so I basically spoke about most of the decks. So Yellow Vegeta, let's go back to the Yellow Vegeta, because that's a deck that I definitely said will be good. Let me just... Okay, let's go to Yellow Vegeta. So for Yellow Vegeta, if we're gonna control, I feel like maybe add this to the Yellow Vegeta. It's definitely a good card. King Gaman from Daima, 3 costs, 20k swing, 5k combo. On play is a Self-Awakener, and then at the same time he swings, and once per turn he gets to restand again to swing again. So that's 2 swings for the price of 1, and it's a Self-Awakener. That you cannot go wrong with that. That's definitely something good, something that you want to deal with, that for sure that you really want to rock out with. I feel like this is a card that you gotta play because you give it incessive swings. Yeah, I see you pointing with the cooler. Definitely cooler getting some support. I feel like it's still missing more. Hopefully next set they come out with more, but I definitely see how this card is definitely gonna be a damn a hit. To add this right now to cooler and play against UI Goku, I bet you win. Oh man, it's crazy. The new super combo card, definitely good. The other card to play with Vegeta will be this one. 5 cost, 35k swing Vegeta 0 combo. Permanent, once on an opponent's turn. This card gets 15,000 power. So he's at 50 on my opponent's turn. You're going to have to pop it off the board. If you don't pop it off the board, he's staying on the board. And I'm swinging for 35 again. You're going to have to really drop cards just to get this off the board. So at the end of the turn, tap 1. Choose up to 2 of your opponent's battle cards, and they can't switch to active mode during your opponent's turn. So now you got a card that locks 2 bodies off the board instead of 1. Come on. Yellow Vegeta is about to be a real problem with this card. A real problem. These cards right here, this is for Majin Buu. Not the evil one. This is more to Majin Buu leader. With the whole rest mode card. Factor and all that. I feel like that's for Majin Buu. On this side, this Majin Buu, once per turn KO one of your battle cards, and this guy gets 30. It's gonna be at 35 swing, and it's a 10k combo. There's another Majin Buu you can actually have on board too. Can't go wrong with that. Another 3 cost, another option for the Babidi to special summon off the board, KO that Babidi. They gotta discard 1 card from their hand, and you swing it at 35. 35, that means a super combo has to come out their hand if you're swinging for body. I mean for leader. All these cards we already spoke about. The alternate odds, Hercule, draw power. Spoke about. This is definitely another card. Blind Spot Absorption is definitely a good card. Tap 1 on battle on your opponent's turn. Your cards that are in battle gets 20,000 power. But the secondary effect, you can use it either turn, but you have to tap 1, draw 1 card, then choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle card. And it gets paralyzed for the turn. You get to draw, but I feel like you'll be using this for the 20k swing. But I'd rather use the other card, the 1-drop. The 1-drop that gives you draw if it's above 4, and gets a lock 'em as well, instead of tapping 1. So you're tapping 2 basically. You're tapping this. Okay, I'm not understanding this. So are you tapping 1, then 1, or you just tapping 1 to use the effect? That is a good question. This is a new field card that I kept telling people about. It's for Frieza and Captain Ginyu. Switch this card to rest mode if your leader is a Frieza's army and the special traits. Play up to 1 battle card with the cost of 2 or less from the Frieza's army and the special traits from your hand and rest mode. Come on, and rest mode. Special summon your Ginyu. Restand 2 energies if you have enough. Come on, can't go wrong with that. And yeah, that's it. That'll be for yellow. For yellow, that'll be it. That'll be the rest for yellow. So to recap everything, and my let's see, how can I? We recapped on all this going into set 4 leaders. I feel like deck profile wise, Black Baby Vegeta is gonna be a really strong deck to play against. I feel like Jiren is gonna be very strong as well. Bardock is still gonna be on top. Blue Vegeta is gonna be on top. That's 4. Majin Buu is gonna be a problem as well. That's 5. Those are the 5 decks that I feel like is gonna be, and Goku Daima. Just because of the 6-drop Goku, that Goku lifts any red deck up to the potential to be more competitive than anything. But the thing is with that is, can people get 4 of those though? Because the way client is being built, the client to pop packs open and you try to get 4 of those, it's gonna be ridiculous. And then for IRL, you're gonna have to buy them separate, because you're gonna get a case, and if you really think you're gonna pull that more than once in a case, you must be out your mind. But if you do, hey, hands down, applause to you. But yeah, I can't wait to get my case on Friday. I can't wait to see you guys there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed my stream. This is where I gotta cut it. So if you guys have any questions, you can inbox me on my Whisper box. If you follow me on IG, it's the same name as my Twitch and on my YouTube, The Last Snow. You can inbox me for any questions. As you can see, I don't really pay mind to people that be spamming. I just let them be. You just an extra viewer for me. I'm not gonna say here and ban you or nothing. I'm just gonna straight ignore you because you're just irrelevant. But for everybody that tuned into my channel, really appreciate you guys for being here. If you guys are new to my channel, press that follow button, subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching me on YouTube. Thank you for watching me on Twitch. Get ready for Friday 4:30, 5 o'clock Eastern time, PM Eastern time. I will be streaming my case opening. I have to go get it, and hopefully you guys are here to get the codes that you want, and hopefully with the codes that I give you guys, you get to get the cards that you need for the client. And for everybody that actually played IRL, who knows, most likely, you know, if you know me, if we close, you live close by and everything else, I might be selling cards too. I might be posting my cards on TCG as well to sell. Who knows? What we don't know what holds in the future. We don't know what the future holds for us. That's how you say it. We don't know what the future holds for us. So we just gotta continue on grinding, do what we gotta do. My best advice for everybody: if you're new to my channel, if you're new to the game, just test out decks. Buy the starter decks first, because it's easier, because they're already there. Buy 2 starter decks. Don't buy 1. If you want to have like a ratio of the cards, buy 2 decks. Me personally will be either Goku, Son Goku, Daima, Mini Goku, or the Bardock deck. Hands down, one of those 2. Buy 2 of those decks and just call it a day if you want to start off like that, because you don't have no funds. But if you want to have codes and everything else, if you do, see what leaders you get in the packs and try to test that out from there. But like I said, I appreciate everybody that tuned in. For everybody that tuned in, I'll definitely see you guys on the next one. See you guys Friday. Peace.